Cause when you're a jet all the way from your first cigarette to your last dying day. When you're a jet, little boy, you're a man.
You got brothers around, you're a family
man. I love this song. Everything is awesome. Bum, bum. All right, I'm hot. Let's do this.
Zoom syncing doesn't work, and also
Nope.
I never knew that you can't whistle.
Excuse me. No, I cannot snap my fingers.
What's up, everybody?
Hey.
Welcome to Lights, Camera, Cocktails.
Cocktails!
Quarantine episode, I don't know how many. I hope you guys are staying safe out there.
I hope the people in the future are like, God, these poor people stuck inside while they're out doing things in the world. I'm just looking at the future people. I'm jealous of you now.
Well, guys, speaking of staying safe, we have a special guest with us today. It is my mother. And before you get on me, we have been tested. We are being safe. And we are both staying quarantined. She got laid off from her job. Makes me very happy because she just gets to stay at home and feed her birds and play with her plants all day.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, she does.
Sis, I miss you, though. I can't wait until you're here in 3 dimension.
Oh, I want a hug. Look.
Oh, here.
I got me hugging you.
I got you. It's like this.
Oh, there you go.
So jelly.
What's happening?
You know, it's been a long week, and I've been looking forward to this night all week. So, are you ready?
Yes, I spilled our first batch, and so this drink is taking extra long to make, and I am so ready for it.
I've
all right, time out. We gotta guess.
So, oh my goodness, hi, sweetie.
Hi, Mom. You're on the show.
What's
She's on the
happening?
show. They said what's happening.
We figured we got to get Mom on so that you can finally listen.
She said that today. She was like, I'm going to listen because your mom's on. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Can we drink?
Wait, no.
I'm so ready. Okay.
I smell it. Let me inhale it.
I know. Okay. So,
Are we?
we are drinking today.
She's got to go.
We are drinking.
Oh my goodness.
You're our biggest listener, and you don't know how the podcast goes. She's got to
You
go
don't know how
over the
it goes,
recipe.
It's in front of me.
I know.
Welcome to our problem that we deal with every week. Okay, so here we go.
It's
We
like
are
eating
drinking.
cold food.
I just want to drink. Hold on. Just wait. Okay, we are drinking today the West Side cocktail. West Side! Throwing up the W. That's how I say it, but it's West Side cocktail. And I did it because it sounds like a lemon drop and it smells like it, so I'm really excited about that. So, you're going to use 2 ounces of lemon vodka.
2 ounces.
You're going to use 1.5 ounces of fresh lemon juice.
From my neighbor.
From the grocery store. I got 1/2 ounce of simple syrup. I put a handful of mint leaves from my backyard. Which
From my
really
garden.
good.
Front
Yes.
yard. Straight snipped by Smashley.
I put that all in a shaker, shook it up over ice, poured it into a martini glass, and I topped it with some soda water. My
Yes.
soda water actually is natural lemon flavored soda water to go with it.
Okay.
So,
We went with that
hopefully that'll
Canada
taste
Dry
good.
Life.
ooh, okay, that's still really good anyway.
Yeah.
And so you're gonna garnish it with either a lemon twist or some mint leaves.
Yes.
I did both.
What?
And
I'm gonna need
yeah,
that picture.
okay.
Oh, you did say a martini glass. I thought you said a margarita glass. I'm stupid.
I'm pretty sure it said martini, but that's okay.
Well, I also didn't shake it over ice.
That's okay because this holds more.
All right. I'm ready. So
It does.
Cheers, you
All right,
guys.
so cheers, you guys. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, that is quenching.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yes. It's like a lemon mojito. That mint is so good.
Okay.
That'll work. I can't even taste
This is
the vodka.
going with us poolside this summer.
This summer, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Don't sleep on that West Side cocktail.
I muddled my mint as well. I wasn't sure if I was supposed to do that, but it added a little bit in there.
Oh, okay. Well, I just like smack it, or I put it in my palm and I like really hard on it, and it released the
I know how to smack
flavors
it.
and aromas. Oh yes, I'm not even going there. Okay,
Yeah.
so
It's like that ludicrous line. Did he like grab that ass or did he like smack it?
did you like? smack it?
You remember Mom's in the house,
Yes.
right?
Oh
That's why we're talking about a movie.
shit! Am I allowed to cuss, Mom?
Come on. You know better.
Shit, she knows. Oh,
Okay, I was about to say like I'm gonna try to tone it down.
No.
But the Joker I get is going to come. Okay, so are you guys ready for a little bit of history?
Give it to us.
Huh?
I'm ready because this drink is gonna go fast.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, yes, it is. Okay, so we are going to give you a little bit of history on the cocktail shaker.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay?
You mean that thing I spilled in the kitchen earlier?
Exactly.
Exactly.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. So, the shaker goes back, way back.
How far we
Back
going
into, I'm talking like way back
Yeah.
in the day. And it has been seen back in 7,000 BC in Mexico and in South America. They had these jars that had guards over them and lids, so you could shake and strain, things in drinks. So that was, I guess, one of the first shakers. And you can see them also in Egypt. They had some shakers for, the Egyptians. They fancy.
For
A
bottling
lot of
their
things come from
organs?
the- Yeah, so why wouldn't they shake up their cocktails? They were big into wine and stuff like that too. So
Okay.
it makes sense that they would have some shakers
Stomp
too.
into the grapes, right?
Yeah,
The
that's like
Egyptians
Italy.
Stomp the grapes
I don't
too?
know if they.
I don't know, but she said
I don't know.
wine.
Maybe they did. They would take grapes and it would turn into wine. I don't know.
That was Jesus.
I was about to say that some Jesus stuff. He turned grapes into wine, water into wine. Okay, but these are just some of the places that it popped up through history. So by the mid 19th century, the shaker was known to show up where there was an innkeeper, and he
The
had 2
sexless
cups.
innkeeper.
The sexless innkeeper, but he probably got some because he took cups and he would how you move the liquid between 2 cups to mix it.
Yeah, I seen
Well, one
Goonies.
day, don't you have to pee?
Hey, Mikey.
You gotta pee.
Yeah, gotta go to the bathroom.
Gotta go to the bathroom. Exactly. So this innkeeper noticed that if you he had one cup that had a larger opening than the other cup, and so he stuck the smaller cup inside it, shook it up, did some tricks for people at the bar, and people loved it. So that is one of the big things that happened with the shaker.
That was the
And so
creation
then-
of shakers.
Cocktail.
Yeah, and so what the shaker that we see a lot of bartenders use, not necessarily like the ones that we buy like this, but like the
The
glass
double cup,
and tin. Yeah, the double cup one, that's kind of the beginning of that one.
Gotcha.
So in the Roaring 20s,
Yeah.
it was known around, the jazz scene and speakeasies, all those kind of bars, is where it kind of showed up. And Prohibition did not stop that because, alcohol and cocktail making kind of blew up in the 20s and the 30s after Prohibition. So, some shakers were shaped in shapes of penguins and zeppelins, lighthouses, and airplanes. That's what they were getting into in the 20s. They were just making them into shapes of things. They're like, "Oh, that looks like a good shape. We should make that into a shaker."
Like the
they did.
exterior. Okay.
Yeah, the exterior. So they'd have fancy shakers.
The airplane sounds
So, yeah, I don't know how you would do that. You'd have to
Maybe a-
Basically, it's like a cylinder, and then
rocket.
they build a mold around it. It sounds like.
Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, so they had some fancies. And around this time, Shakers started popping up in movies and movie stars of that time in the 20s and 30s.
I keep moving her microphone closer, and she keeps moving it right on back.
You have to get close to the mic, Mom, so we can hear you. So, she just does not want anyone to hear her. But she wants us to hear her.
That's all she cares about.
That's all she cares about. So, when they started popping up in movies and glorifying the glamorous life of the rich and the famous, of making cocktails and the stuff like that, it blew up.
Okay.
But by the 40s, of course, everything kind of sucked back then because World War II popped up.
Yep.
So they had to stop
Started melting them all.
they had to stop non-essential metals from being made and shipped. So they probably did melt down some that weren't sold by this time, but they definitely took their machinery and repurposed it to make stuff for the war.
I was going to say,
So
you're
there was
telling me alcohol is non-essential? Shit.
It is. It is for us,
Uh-huh.
definitely. But a shaker is not. You should have had that already, girl. I'm not gonna.
What
that's so
about
messed
those
up
that
to say-
just turned 21? They couldn't buy
That's
it
true.
yet.
That's messed up because I literally bought this shaker that I have today because my shaker's at your house, and so I was like, damn it. So I can't say anything because I literally bought one today. But
know.
yes, now there's one here. So yeah, they had to stop the making of those, and the equipment was used to make stuff for the war. But in the 50s, that shit came back because the people came home from the war and they started having babies. They started buying homes, and inside their homes they had rec rooms and home bars.
Oh, yeah, they
with
did.
Everybody
tons
had a
of
bar.
booze and shakers.
And they had
so they
like
came
that
back in the
recessed
South.
living room with the circle couch and shit.
Yeah, yeah. So
And they held
think
secret
of
orgies, weirdos.
like,
The bearskin rug.
What?
oh, the bear. Oh yes, Mama knows. Mama knows.
Actually, it was
So, yeah.
cowhide in our house.
It was a cowhide? Of course, your dad's a butcher.
No, my mother had it.
Oh, of course, your mom's a
She's the one
weirdo.
that bought it.
So, yeah. So the 50s. So just think of like Mad Men 1960s, how everybody
Yeah.
had shakers on their bars. That became the norm, and
Ooh.
any true home bartender has a shaker at their house for making cocktails, as do we. As do I now at this house, so yes.
Nice. I'm amazed that your house hasn't had a shaker before this.
We did. I think it broke because I couldn't find it.
Too much shaking.
I couldn't find it. So it was a glass one, so I don't know.
Ah, okay.
And that's a little bit of history on the cocktail shaker, y'all.
I like that.
That's
Right here.
nice.
It goes back so far,
Way
and it
back.
makes our delicious cocktails.
Love it. They were smart
So,
by
yeah.
putting them on metal instead of that glass.
Yeah, because the metal keeps it cold.
Not only that,
Nice.
like when you're shaking them, they have a tendency of slipping around and popping open if there's like different ingredients in there and stuff.
Yeah.
You can't have glass. It's prone. It's almost guaranteed to
Yeah.
break.
Exactly. Especially, in the ice.
Exactly. So there you go.
Shake it hard enough, ice can break.
So, Mom,
Yeah.
do you want to tell us what movie we're doing?
Yeah, Mom.
Maria. I just met
Maria.
a girl named Maria. No, I can't sing. It's West Side Story.
And suddenly I find. Yes.
Yes.
Maria.
I don't think I've ever heard my
Say it
mom's voice
loud.
amplified before. This is weird. She's so soft spoken in the first
That's
place.
true. Gotta turn you up.
It's at 10.
Say- Yeah. So we are doing West Side Story.
West
like Mom
Side Story,
said.
people.
I just met a girl named Maria. And suddenly I find. Okay, so
I like the grumpy old men version. He's like, I just met a girl named Maria, and suddenly I see she's not the bitch I thought she'd be.
I love it. Yes.
Oh, I miss Walter Matthau.
I know. R.I.P. Okay. So you guys ready for the stats?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Before
Stats.
that, first time I ever saw this movie was in my mom's bedroom on her bed on her little 12 by 12 inch portable TV.
Oh dang. Okay.
That's a long
Okay.
time ago.
Yeah, I think I was
How
like
old were you?
6
I was
maybe,
gonna say 5 or 6.
5 or 6. So we moved up. We watched it on a nice little 42 inch today. I could see everything. See the
I
details
saw
in this
it.
movie.
I saw it when I was probably 9 or 10. One of my friends, we were really big into Grease and we used to watch it all the time. And she was like, oh, I know, I got a musical that you'll like, West Side Story. And so we watched that and like The Sound of Music. And I was like, okay, this is cool. But I didn't really get into it until I was in junior high and it came on Turner Classic Movies. And I
Turner Classic
fell in love-
Movies.
I fell in love with it again, and I recorded it on VHS, and I watched it every Sunday for years. Not every Sunday. It alternated with other Sunday movies for me, but West Side Story was definitely one of the Sunday movies on heavy rotation for me.
Yeah.
In my room. It'd just be on. And I'd be like, oh, this is my part. And I'd stop and start singing. Like,
Did you fast forward through the 15-minute intro?
no, I love it because I get to hear all the songs at once. And I get the
nice
brief
to
part,
sing.
I get to sing them. Yes, I get to
Dude.
sing them.
But it's so long.
The intro.
It is.
I'm sitting.
But
I straight up took a shower. When I started the movie for them earlier today, took a shower, came back, and then the movie started.
You gotta hear
I
just
don't
in
know.
time.
You have been to enough plays to know what they're doing there.
I'm just saying. At 5 years old, I was like, "Is this movie ever gonna start?"
Oh, no. I've always been like, yes, I get to hear a bit of every song real quick.
See, that's
Before I
why
get
we
to
like
hear the
each
whole
other.
song.
I love all the music. I do too.
All right.
I love the music.
Yeah.
All right. When did you see it the first time, Mom?
When it came out.
When it came out.
Oh, I was just joking. You were there.
Yeah.
Okay, so it came out. I'm just going to start it. It came out December 23rd, 1961. Yep.
You were like 6.
This is
Yeah.
So we both saw it when we were like 5 or 6.
there. Oh,
That's cute.
that's cute. Yeah. So this is our oldest movie that we have ever talked about on this show. This does
Really?
beat Mary Poppins, which
Yeah.
was our oldest.
Yeah,
That
was
one came out, I think,
67.
65, 66. Yeah. So this is our oldest one. And it's one of the best musicals of all time on stage and on film. So,
My own personal
uh,
IMDb right here.
Yes.
She's like,
I know.
nah, it was 66, 67.
She's like, I remember because I was there.
Okay, so you have to explain IMDb.
Internet
Oh.
Movie Database.
Oh, okay.
It's literally
This.
our entire show. It's literally our entire show, Mom. It's us reading off IMDb shit while
Do
we're
you not
drunk.
know what IMDb is? I'm on it.
LOL.
Ashley's
okay.
on it.
No, I did not.
That is so funny. Okay. So, West Side Story, like I said, came out. It was a close to Christmas movie in 1961, so a nice holiday movie.
Okay.
And the budget for this was $6 million. So,
That's a lot
Do
back
you
then,
wanna-
though.
do you want to guess how much that is? Like, today, in today's
In
money,
today's
2020 money.
from 19, what was it? 61?
61.
61. I'm going to go with 24 million.
Mom, you got any guess?
Oh, no clue.
It would be $51 million to make this movie today. Okay? So we got to see with Steven Spielberg how much he paid. He better not pay more than $51 million. So,
Come on, Sir Stevie.
He's redoing it, right?
He's redoing it, yep.
he sure is. And it also will be dropping this year, December 18th. So it's kind of following the tradition of this one being a December movie. Yeah. So,
I like that. So it's already shot then.
Yeah, today I looked at some stuff of it, and it looks beautiful.
It's in post-production.
I'm really excited to see it.
All right.
So what it made for this movie was $44 million, and that's worldwide. So in 2020 money, do you want to guess?
What's 44 times like 17? Or I mean times 8. So that's like shit, 337 million.
You were close.
I know.
It's $377 million in today's money.
I
Is how
forgot
much
to
this
round
movie
the
made.
3. Damn
He's
it.
my mathematician.
That's good. That's good. I would have never. I'm getting better at.
I have my calculator for that.
I'm getting better at guessing how much it translates into. I'm usually maybe like 10 million off. I know that doesn't sound a lot, but like it sounds a lot, but it isn't when you're like trying to guess.
When you're in the hundreds of millions, I mean.
Yeah, you're close. So, Rotten Tomatoes.
Mm-hmm.
You ready to hear what they got to say?
What they got for us?
Critics. 92%.
Okay.
Because critics ain't crazy. Plus,
They can't deny.
No.
Rotten Tomato pulls critics from when this movie came out. So it was a big hit back then, especially, and over time we all grown to love it. So the audience, they gave it an 84%.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if I would go for that. I feel like that might be because a lot of people don't like musicals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the singing.
They just can't get the
dance.
singing, and the dancing in this movie throws
Yeah.
a lot of straight men off, especially in this time period.
I would have thought
So
it would
we
have been
do-
Chino, but we'll get there.
Okay, so the Fresh Zenobia score
What you
is
got?
obviously 100% because this movie is one of the greatest musicals of all time.
You've been throwing hundreds out there a lot lately.
During musical month, yes, definitely. We picked nothing but really good musicals this month.
Yeah.
It
but
still holds
this-
up.
That's what I'm saying. It still holds up.
It absolutely does. Yeah.
and
You
it
can't.
still holds up.
I just watched it today and I hadn't.
Who the
seen
hell
it.
is
What
calling
the
you?
heck is that?
That's your
That wasn't
side.
me.
That's not us.
Huh?
Oh.
Oh, it's a stupid thing. You have to turn the notifications off on that thing. I don't know.
She
how
don't understand technology.
That scared the hell out of me. I didn't know what
Quiet
you're all
on
blaming me.
set. It sounded like Jason Statham's freaking
I
ringtone.
just got it 2 days
Brew,
ago.
brew. I didn't know what was going on.
I didn't
Scared
either
the
the
crap
first
out of
time
me.
it went off.
It was right next to the microphone. I'm not even cutting that out. That's staying in. Your fault.
And then you have to remember to fix my phone.
Immortalized forever. What were we saying?
Yeah. I don't even fucking remember now. That thing just scared the shit out of me. I was talking about how it still holds up.
It
Yes.
still
It's a
does.
great
Absolutely.
movie.
I enjoyed it very much.
Oh, I think I was
Yeah.
saying we watched it today.
Yeah.
I
I was
haven't
thinking
seen
that
it.
I don't even need to watch it this week, but it doesn't mean that I don't want to. Like, I've seen it so many times that I know it, but you still want to watch it.
I've seen it so many times, but I hadn't watched it in a couple of years. It has been a minute since I pulled it out. I pulled my DVD out.
Yep.
And I watched it, and I kept watching it, and I kept singing, and I kept I was just so happy, and everything kept coming back to me. I was like, I really do know
You don't forget
every
the
beat
lyrics
of
They're
this
all
song,
right there.
You know,
and not even just the lyrics, but like just
little
the movie in
ad-libs?
general. The ad libs.
You pretend to be Miss America. Hey, Miss America, speech.
I love you, speech. You know, I do it all. So I have always wanted to be Anita. So all her songs and
She's
ad libs
bad.
and shit is my faves.
You know, I hadn't seen
yeah.
it in years. I mean, I can't even think. Probably 10, 15, I don't know.
She sat down and watched the entire thing today.
And I knew every line.
Every line.
No, every line. I knew it before they said it.
That's me with most movies.
Yeah.
Classics, yeah.
Yeah, I noticed a few things that I didn't notice, you know, when I was 5, or the last time that I actually paid attention to this movie. But I'm gonna let you start on something first because I might want to add to it.
Ooh.
Is it that time?
And it's because of what I noticed.
It's that
That means
You
I
got a
probably
little
did
juice
not
shaker?
know.
What is that?
Oh, I ran out of simple syrup. So literally, like 30 minutes ago, I made simple syrup, and this is what I put it
Okay.
in. So that's what it is.
Okay, all I saw was the top of that, and I thought it was like Rory or Brooklyn sippy cup or some shit.
It's
You
only
stole the
simple
kids'
syrup.
cup to make alcohol.
Maybe. Maybe I did.
They drink my juice. What do you want?
What do you want? Okay. So hold on. Let me make my drink real quick before we start this.
Jamal,
Philip, are you guys prepared?
we're good.
All right.
I don't hear
So,
no shaking, therefore it must be ready.
You-
No, I meant that it was already well shaken. That's why the pressure is high.
Oh yeah! Oh, this looks so good. Okay, so everybody, grab your West Side cocktail
Got it.
and get ready for the motherfucking drinking game. Yes, sir. Okay. So, are you
Got
ready
your
for the
timing
motherfucking
down
drinking?
again.
Simpy.
You do.
My mama simping.
Get ready to samp, mama.
Mom, when was the last time you and I actually shared a drink together? Has there ever been an occasion? And we're not talking about Easter because you usually just get Ashley drunk at Easter.
Well, we
Ashley is in the building, by the way. She's just hanging out. She's a little tired and buzzed because she did a different game today called Yoga and Sippin' Yoga.
Smashy, send me a Zoom. Let's do that tomorrow.
Zenobia
'Cause
said,
I will-
send her a Zoom. Let's do that tomorrow.
But it requires a glass of
You got to
water.
have wine in both of your hands. It's almost like Edward 40 hands, but you're doing yoga.
So good.
Okay, well then I'm gonna get champagne then.
Dude, she walked outside stressed out. She came back inside giggling her fucking ass off.
Yes,
I
that
should
sounds
get-
exactly what I need right now. I figured Smashy was not gonna drink this cocktail because she doesn't like
Nah,
vodka.
you know how
but
she feels about that vodka life.
I don't know. This is really
It's
good. I
Babe,
don't
you wanna
taste it.
try? Well, it gives her a headache is the thing.
Oh, okay, that's
Wanna
right.
try a sip?
Very good.
Try a sip.
Just
of
stamp.
My mom's. You
It's
don't get
good.
any- I only got a little bit left.
The motherfucking drinking game.
You
That's the next one.
don't like it?
It's so tart.
Can you bring us that lemon juice, please? Since you're up.
All right, so here's a
This is
motherfucking drinking
basically
game.
Like my water I make.
Your water's got vodka in it?
It's got
But it's got
vodka.
lemon and it's got mint.
Dang.
This is not water, Mom. This is why we fight about you
I
drinking
don't
water.
taste
Because this is not water.
Oh,
This tastes like, to me, like a lemon drop cocktail with a hint of mint.
Uh-huh.
Like, I feel like I'm missing the sugar rim for this drink. So tomorrow when I make this again for my Saturday day after drink,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna put sugar on the rim because I feel like that's what it's missing.
There you go.
Maybe it's just because I really like lemon drops, though. They're really good cocktails. So
For me, it tastes similar to a mojito, and I love me
It
some
does.
mojitos.
that was another draw for me because of the mint and stuff. I was like, well, this is probably gonna taste
I'm just
semi like a
going for it.
mojito. It's good. I recommend this for people.
There you go.
All right, so can I start this motherfucking drinking game?
I'm waiting on you.
Please.
Okay.
You got
So
the
you
rule
gonna
book.
you gonna take a sip when somebody snaps.
Yes.
Yep. When they be snapping,
Okay.
you be sipping. That means that's literally as soon as you see a human being, you're gonna be like sip, 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 sip. So get ready for that one.
All right.
Okay.
You gonna take a sip when someone sings. So this means when a song starts when somebody sings.
Okay.
You gonna take a sip.
I was gonna say
Not that,
shit.
not that every time it comes out of somebody's mouth you sing. Just every song.
Okay. You can't.
Okay.
You can't simp every lyric.
There's quite a few.
Yeah. Not every lip. This you would never make it.
No.
Who knows?
So you're- Could be. Who knows? It's only just out of reach on a block on a beach. I'm meant to go. I fucking love this show.
Nice.
Okay.
That's actually pretty good. I like
They're
that.
really good.
Thank you. Okay, so you gonna take a simp when there's some old school lingo.
Nice.
So
That oobly oo
crackle,
shit.
oogly ooh,
She-
crackle jackle, all that shit, whatever that means.
Jay was
You
asking
gonna-
me about
I was
that
asking
earlier.
my mom about those earlier. What did you say those girls
Ooh.
were?
I said they
Oogity
were
ooh.
the early Valley girls. Hello.
Ooh.
I was like, Mom, what
They-
the hell is this oobly oo shit?
You thought the Valley girls
and you
were
can punctuate
big.
it. Ooh. I love it. I thought that they were like the first wave of some
Like,
pink
beatniks
ladies.
or something, right?
I thought they were like pink ladies. They were like rough and tough. They weren't super sweet, you know.
Yeah,
They-
they were kind of like pink ladies, yeah.
That's what I always thought they were. They were just like, you know,
But
the pink
but-
ladies
but
to the
this-
T-birds.
But this beach was the Valley girls.
Oh.
Oh. Oogity ooh.
That girl did not speak English in the
Jackle.
entire movie. She had like 5 lines and they were all oogly oo.
See? So every time you hear these weird ass shit, take a sip.
Uh-huh.
They say a lot of them. They say a lot of them.
Yeah.
You gonna take a
I
sip.
in Velma.
There you go.
I in Velma ain't dumb. Right? Is that what he says?
Really? Because you can't speak English. That's dumb.
That's dumb. So you gonna take a simp when there's a fight. So this is also the first scene where they
Yeah.
beat
So
up
they-
little John.
Anytime that anybody's is on camera,
Yep.
little brat
Eddie-
always trying to prove herself.
I like her.
Listen,
I've licked you
twice and I could do it again.
Do it again. He's like, what do you know? She goes, all I know is I need to go wear
Find
a
a
dress.
skirt.
Find a skirt. Why don't you go put on a skirt? She's like, I can't have scabby knees. I love it because I was a young girl with scabby knees who would be falling and scraping her knee all the time.
In and out
That
of the
was me.
shadows.
Stop scars.
Yep. In and out of the shadows. Yep.
You done good, buddy
So-
boy.
Thanks,
So you gonna take a
Daddy-O.
sip. I love you guys. That was awesome. So you gonna take a sip when somebody fights. I'm also going to take when they try to rape Anita.
Oh
'Cause
hell
fuck
no.
those dudes. That's when I was like, fuck you, Jets.
Mhm.
You guys were until then. And so, yeah, I'm going to take that as a fight as well. So you going to take a sip when somebody smokes. So if you see somebody smoking with a cigarette, it doesn't
Is
happen
there a lot of smoke?
crazy. No. And
It's
it
not
doesn't
too
happen
much. Yeah.
a crazy amount, but it's in there.
Okay,
So when you see it, you know, take a sip.
Girls smoke.
I got you.
The girls smoke. They smoke when they're at Doc's store.
Yeah.
And he's just like, hey, can I offer you a smoke, Bernardo? And he's like, no, I don't smoke. And he's just like, you know, because
I'm a
that was the
dancer.
thing in the 50s. He is definitely a dancer.
Right?
You gonna take a simp when you see the cops. So when the popos show up,
Uh-huh.
you gonna take a simp. So this is Officer Krupski and Detective
Good day,
whatever his
Officer
name.
Krupke.
Yes,
Oh, top
all
of the
those
day.
fools. All those guys, you're gonna take a simp when those two show up, and they show up.
I'm gonna bring
And
top
there's
of the
some-
day back. Always like
Are
that
you gonna
one.
put? Are you gonna say to ya at the end, or just top of the day?
Top of the day to you. Yeah, why not? No, I'll just punctuate it with whoever I'm talking to. Top of the day, Zenobia.
Top of the day, Jason. So you gonna take a simp when Anita tells somebody they shouldn't do something, because she is the voice of reason in this whole goddamn movie.
Yeah.
Her and Doc. And anytime she tells them, don't go to the Rumble, don't be chasing after this stupid boy, you gonna take a simp, because Anita's she the brains. I love her. Hey. I almost did every time she tells a joke, because her jokes would be funny. She cute.
She is funny.
She funny. And that's why they make sense. Her and Bernardo make so much sense, because he's like serious, but he has like a funny side.
Yeah.
And she's like more funny.
Yeah, he like
than
plays
anything.
back at her.
Yeah, their relationship's so cute.
Mhm.
Oh. So, you gonna take a simp when somebody dies.
Damn.
Now, there's 3 deaths in this movie,
Who dies?
and that would be Riff, and then
Not
Bernardo.
Riff. Oh,
No, I know. So
he's the most heartbreaking for me, honestly.
Riff, Bernardo, and
Tony.
Tony
Maria.
die.
Oh, I
So
mean
when they-
Tony.
She don't.
She
but-
don't.
When they do die, you gonna take a sip.
All right.
Instead of pouring one out for your homies, pour one out into your mouth for those homies.
Okay.
Okay, so you gonna finish your drink
Finish that drink.
when Maria and Tony first meet. So their little
Oh.
dream sequence.
Yeah, where they
Dun,
put
dun,
the
dun, dun,
grease
dun.
around the lens.
Dun 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 dun. I know that whole dance.
You know
Dun,
how they
dun,
do
dun,
that, though,
dun,
right?
dun, dun. They put grease in it.
That's how you blur out the lens back then. You put Vaseline
Bum,
around the
bum,
lens,
bum.
except where you want to focus in on.
Dang, Gina.
I mean, maybe they did it in post-production, but that's normally how they used to do it.
That's how they got them across the room from each other.
Well, that's how they blurred out the rest of the camera.
Right, I got you. Oh, okay.
That's why you notice it's just a straight circle.
Yeah. Bum 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 bum. I can't get it out of my head now. Dun 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 dun
Gonna have to
dun
watch it
dun
again.
dun dun. I will. Dun, dun. I know they do those slaps, and you know I love it. Everyone fades out.
Yeah.
And they dance off, and it's just them.
Yeah.
And then it goes right back to them being in the dance. It is so awesome. I love it. It's brilliant. It's good.
He's one of them. Can't you see? No, I only saw him.
I only saw him. That's it.
Get away from my sister.
I only have ice
Literally,
cream.
that's all she saw. You
Right.
saw what she saw, and everyone faded out.
Mm-hmm.
So you gonna finish your drink when Tony and Maria pretend to get married.
Nice.
So when he comes and sneaks into their dress shop,
Mm-hmm.
and Anita tells her, what the fuck you doing? You better be
Uh-huh.
home in 15 minutes. Love her. She's like
Buenos
she's like
noches.
the cool auntie.
It's too early for buenos
early.
noches. Buenos tardes.
Yeah.
Buenos tardes.
Tardes. Yeah, he says it so white. I love it though. He's trying.
He's trying.
Everybody tries.
It
I,
does.
I am not a person that speaks. I guess I can sign language a little bit, enough that I can understand and I can get my point across to you. But any other language, I feel like if I'm trying, just know that I'm trying.
Yeah, work with me, right?
Just work with me. I'm trying to help you. We try it.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So when they get little pretend married, She's like, "That's my papa," and he's like, "Sorry, papa." I love it. They're just so cute. So you going to finish your drink
Uh-oh.
when Maria makes her speech to the boys at the end, where she's like, how many bullets do I have left? Do I have enough for you and you and you?
And one
One
for
for
myself.
Well, enough for me too.
For me and what for you? Yes. That little sad at the end.
You all killed him. And my brother.
all killed.
And Riff.
And Riff.
Not with
You guys
guns
did
and
it.
bullets. With
But
hate.
with hate. Yes.
No, I hate
Yes.
No, I have hate.
But I hate hate. Yes. Because she went from being the sweetest and she came to America. She was just happy. She wanted to find love and have her family. And what happens?
Y'all didn't
Y'all
want it.
kill somebody she loved. You killed not only someone that I love, but you killed my brother. And then you just killed our own homie got killed. Like your homie got killed. Like, for what?
Yeah.
And the best part about this movie is that it's still relevant to what's going on today.
Oh, for
Gangs
sure.
kill
Glad
each
you said
other.
it, 'cause I
Gangs
was
kill
thinking
each
it.
other, and we kill each other for what? For what? For the land that's beneath you?
Yeah, pretty much.
It makes, and I understand where they're coming from because, like, especially when you listen to dear Officer McCluskey, you
Krupke,
can
yeah.
Krupke, you hear all
My
of the
favorite song.
horrible things, where all the horrible things that are going on in their lives.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the reason why they are the way they are is because no one loves them at home, no one respects them, no one cares about them.
My
and the
sister
only
is
thing
a
they do
commie.
own-
My brother wears a dress
They're all
No.
misunderstood youths.
with
Yeah,
all the
they all-
marijuana. They won't give me
They
a
don't
puff.
give me a puff.
They didn't want to have me,
But I have
but
me,
somehow
but
I was
somehow
had.
I was had.
Golly
We've been
Moses,
living.
that's why we're so
That's why I'm
bad.
so bad. Yep. And what does that song show you? Is that they just kept passing them on to somebody else, somebody else, somebody else,
Yep.
somebody else.
Krupke, we've
That's
got
the way
troubles
it
of
used to
our
be.
own.
Yeah, they're like, just put them in jail.
Yeah.
Like, it's super sad. So that's, I think, why this musical lasts so long is because we haven't changed that
It's
much.
relevant.
No, it's a timeless
It's
story.
still
that's
relevant.
Relevant always.
This is Romeo and Juliet reimagined for the
This is Romeo and Juliet.
1960s.
Yeah.
And they even follow
Well,
the
they
storyline
used-
of how they fall in love,
I
how
think even the
you know.
trailers used to call it the Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah,
I watched
it
the tra-
literally
When
they-
yeah, the ads
is
used to call
Romeo
it
and Juliet.
the Romeo and
Yeah, I
Juliet.
watched the trailer for it, and that's exactly what it said on it.
Like even the storyline
remember.
matches. Like after Romeo kills Juliet's cousin, they sleep together.
Yep.
After Tony kills Bernardo, they sleep together. It's
Yeah.
exactly the same. Except
Doc is the priest,
Yep.
and Anita is the nurse.
I thought Doc was a village idiot.
He said,
Oh,
he
he's
said he was.
That's what he said. He's like,
He
"Do you
does
mind?
that. He's
I have no mind.
have no
I'm
mind.
the village
I'm
idiot.
the village idiot.
Nobody
Yep.
listens to me.
I like him.
Because he is, he's Romeo's confidant
Yeah.
who helps him.
Wait, is that it?
That's it. You got some now?
Oh yeah. Mom, what do you think is missing from this drinking game?
Tell me, Mama. Tell me.
You put me on the spot.
Okay, I'll go first.
You knew it was coming.
You've listened to 90-something episodes. Come on.
You know it was coming. Are we on 90-something episodes?
I
Holy
don't know.
shit.
That was
We're
more than that.
approaching 100 for sure.
Oh my God. We got to do something. Okay, go ahead.
See each other?
On the 100th one, we see each other for the first time in like 6 months.
Oh my god.
No. It's been that long.
No, it's been like 2 months,
I
two
was
and a
gonna
half,
say
3
2.5.
months.
It has been 2 months.
I'm gonna say take a simp anytime that you see a sideways belt buckle.
Oh.
Did you notice that shit?
Yeah.
Everybody
that's-
wears their belt buckle on their hip.
I used to do that.
I don't know if
sometimes,
that's a
too.
19
That's funny.
gang thing or what, but it's very
noticed
prominent in this movie,
Today.
and
That's
you
how
see
you know
it
you're a
sporadically
jet.
in there. Yeah,
I don't know. Hey, if gangs today wear, red and blue bandanas, why can't the Jets wear sideway belt buckles?
I mean,
or
by all
whatever the
means,
fuck-
the Cowboys
That's
wore
all it
red
was.
sashes.
That's all it
That's
was.
their.
They knew.
Maybe that's just a Jets thing.
That's a Jets thing.
I didn't check the Sharks to
Sharks?
see if they wore sideways belt buckles. Somebody's got to fact check
think
that
so.
for us.
I didn't see it. I don't see them wearing belts at all, but
But I do have one more. I know there's a lot of simping in this drinking game already, so you may just want to amend one. But you take a simp anytime the signature whistle is heard.
Oh, yeah. I thought she said that.
Exactly.
I love it.
So anytime
I
that
hope I
whistle's
did it
heard,
justice. Though.
that was pretty good.
There you go.
I'll take
And they
it.
do that before you see anything. And that
That's how you got to
tune,
start it off. Oh, they're whistling. Simp.
Start the movie.
that tune is spread out through some of the music, the actual composure of the music. That tune,
Mm-hmm.
you just hear it slightly variated in different parts of the show, which I love it. So yeah, Mom, what you got? You got anything to add?
To the drinking game? Oh, no.
She don't want to drink no more.
No, I didn't think about it beforehand, so I'm not ready.
We just improvise here and there.
Yeah, I know.
All right, well, that's the motherfucking drinking
Are you pausing?
game. Yes, it's hard to do it when we're off.
I feel
I
like
don't know how
you're
to-
pausing just to throw me off. I was like, I was on point. I started there, and then she stopped. On purpose.
Yes, I did.
To trip me up.
You want to do it again? Will that make you happy?
No, this makes me happy.
I'm so jealous because I love those cups. Those are my cactus cups.
Yeah, they're pretty. I like them. And they go well with the
Oh
mint.
yeah.
This could also be
Yeah.
considered simple.
Smells good.
So one of the reasons why men wear their belt buckles.
Smash Lee's got a fact check for
why
us.
they wear
Tell
their
me.
belt buckles off to the side to not scratch the paint job on their cars when they lean over.
A word?
Oh.
Maybe just don't rub
That's
your
so fucking smart.
belly on the car.
These are a bunch
Don't be
of
rubbing your
teenagers that didn't
balls.
have cars.
Yeah, these are roughnecks that
Turned
didn't
into
have
a
cars.
style, but
Turned
that's
into
how
a
it's
They
style.
didn't even have bikes.
Okay.
I mean, look at the trucker hats. People are wearing it who weren't truckers.
That's true. Look at the beards. Hipsters started wearing them even though they can't cut a piece of wood.
So that's the motherfucking drinking game.
Yeah.
So before we dive into this movie, can I hit you with the Broadway history?
Please.
Let's hear it. Okay.
Go for it.
So, West Side Story opened on Broadway September 26, 1957. So it is based on Romeo and Juliet, like I said, and it ran for 732 shows.
What
Now-
was it? September 26th?
September 26, 1957.
Raise your hand if you were around.
Oh yes, she was.
My mama was
But
there.
she didn't live in New York, and she wasn't on Broadway. She didn't go see it on Broadway. So,
No.
uh,
I think the first
no.
one I saw was Chorus Line.
ooh. Oh, okay. Before I start, I just want to point out my record.
What you got? Oh, you got the West Side Story up.
I
You
saw
got
So I do have West Side Story.
what is
saw
that?
that.
Fame,
Fame.
I got
Sound of
Fame. I
Music.
got
Sound of Music,
yes,
and
and I have
a lo-
Cabaret.
Cabaret.
No, that's. Oh.
So those are my theater vinyls for this
Nice.
episode.
All right.
I was like, I have West Side Story. I'm pretty sure I have West Side Story, and I dug through all of these vinyls, and I found it. It wasn't where it was supposed to be, but I found it. So yeah,
Cabaret.
I do have Cabaret, the movie version of Cabaret. I have that up there. So yeah,
That's all I
those
like.
are some of the last bit of my musical vinyls that I have.
Mm.
But yeah, so the sound West Side Story only ran for 732 shows, which is not that much because we've mentioned 2 shows this month that ran over 1,000 shows each. So back then they didn't run as long, I'm assuming. I don't know. Maybe next week I can tell you. Next week I'm going to look up what qualifies, how many shows you have to do to qualify for a Tony. Apparently it's over 700.
Yeah.
But I would like to know what gives you qualification. How many shows run do you have to be a Tony? I don't know. I'm sure people out there do know.
Wait a minute. If you're doing 5 shows a week and then twice on Sunday, or is it 8 shows a week normally? Isn't that a normal? Babe, you would know.
I would say that
Hi,
the
welcome to
normal.
podcast. How many
I would say
shows
the normal
in a week for Broadway?
9.
Is it before?
9.
Yeah.
8 or 9.
Maybe 10.
Because you
10?
8 to 10.
8 to 10?
Because there was always a matinee.
Yeah.
Matinee on
Sounds
Saturday
right.
and Sunday, or just
Yes.
Sunday?
Both.
Oh.
Saturday and Sunday,
Okay,
yes.
so that's
Sunday
4
matinees.
right there.
Sometimes during the weekday too. So
Do they do Monday
Sometimes-
through Friday? Is there no days off?
There's no days off, but there are understudies. That's why they have understudies.
Damn, Gina.
If sometimes they might get 1 day off,
I was just saying,
But yeah.
they would take 1 day off.
they would take 1 day off, but then, like you said, the understudy goes in. Because I've been to show
Ah.
where there's an understudy.
Yeah.
But you would do 5 days a week.
It's 8.
8. See, I was right. I said 8 or 9
Yeah. So maybe
because
it's
you do
not
5.
It's either a matinee on Saturday and Sunday, and you take Monday off. Yeah,
Monday seems like it's off.
I would assume so. And they make adjustments to the show. They do tech shit.
Yeah,
right.
because I have. Yeah, Mondays are closed, and usually there is a matinee on Saturday and Sunday
Gotcha.
because I've been to Saturday and Sunday matinees.
That's
So
the ones we
I
go
do-
to with the old people.
With the old people, you still get to
Excuse
dress
me?
up cute.
I dressed exactly
Oh.
the same way as
You
them.
still you still dress up. You can dress up very fancy if you want to, but matinees are also good for if you're like more of a relaxed. You want to wear khakis and a polo, nothing like too fancy. You can wear it. You can wear a sundress.
I better
That's what
not see you
matinee
in a
shows for.
t-shirt though.
I still am gonna say no on the t-shirt
Or
thing
shorts.
because it's
It's the
the
theater.
theater. It's the theater. You have to say it like that.
We
It's the
both said it
theater.
anyway. It's the theater.
You can't just go there.
How
That's how I
dare you
feel-
bring those trousers into the theater?
That's how I feel about when people come to church in t-shirts and shorts. I'm like, you're going to church. Like, this is holy ground. We're coming here to praise the Lord. That's how I feel about the theater. Don't come in t-shirts and shorts because this is holy ground. We come here to praise the theater gods with our presence, with our claps, with our boots, and with our clothing.
You wouldn't wear that to the club, would you? I did
No.
last night.
Clubs,
Well, they
good clubs
let
have
you
dress
in. This
codes.
is God's club. You ain't letting you in with that shit.
So yeah, it was originally started being created in 1949, and the show started off being called East Side Story, and it was going to be based on 2 different religions. So a Catholic boy and a Jewish girl falling in love with each other.
Which one was the Montagues?
Probably the Catholics. I don't know. And by the 1955, there started to be Latino gangs here in Los Angeles doing riots and gang shit.
Them Zoot
So-
Suiters.
Suitors.
The Zoot Suiters.
Get out of my head, Mom.
Which is also a extremely good musical. Zoot
Yeah.
Suit. Look that up, y'all.
Zoot Suit
Um,
Riot.
I mean, that song's not in it, but yes.
I know,
Go
but
back a bottle of beer.
Yeah.
Zoot Zoot Riot. Okay, so, yeah, that's what it was initially supposed to be. And they also were thinking of setting this show in Los Angeles being with more Mexican and white gangs.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but it never came to fruition, and it worked where it was Puerto Ricans and whites. And
I
this
like it
show
set
was-
in New York, even though it is said to be, the name is West Side Story.
West
Coming
Side,
from the West Side. And they got it
throwing
playing
up
on
the
East Coast.
W.
Yeah.
That's why the original was also called East Side Story, so that could have been a good one, but it doesn't have a good ring to it as West Side.
Doesn't.
So this show was also hard to get produced and made. They took it around to a bunch of different producers for Broadway, and they didn't like that. One, they were changing a classic Shakespearean play into this modern day musical.
What's wrong with that?
So that this is 1950 something. I don't know. They didn't like people to do anything fun. I don't know. It was the 50s, so that was
Uptight.
one of the things. Uptight, traditional, old school.
How dare
So-
you insult the great William Shakespeare?
Shakespeare.
Fool, they
So,
didn't
yeah,
even like him in his time. Back off me.
Get back.
they did not. He stole his stories from other stories. So
Uh-huh.
they also had to do with that. People didn't like the whole gang violence and, Latino and white people problems. They didn't
Maria.
want to see that shit.
Okay.
Yeah, they didn't want to see any of that.
Oh, they didn't
But
want to.
eventually-
They didn't want to look in the mirror.
Right.
Exactly,
It's too real.
It's too real for them.
I'm sorry.
So it opens.
MGM don't like that joke.
So it opened. People loved it. It became awesome. And in 1958,
Uh-huh.
it won some Tonys. So it won a Tony for Best Choreography. Duh.
Yeah.
Because the choreography for this show is amazing.
It is.
And Best Scene Design. So the
I like
scenic
that.
design,
Set design or
was- it said scenic design.
scenic design? Okay.
Well, I mean, the set design does make it look like they are outside the majority of this whole movie. I don't
for
know.
sure.
Or show. But it also won Best Actress in a Musical in 2009.
Word.
And Karen Olivio, she won for Anita.
Yeah.
And you might know her as the original Vanessa in The Heights. So she also
Okay.
is
The high school.
she is a
In the
Broadway
Heights.
star. In The Heights.
Comes out next year, I think, as long as they finish shooting.
I
Lights
mean-
up on Washington Heights, up at the break of dawn. Gotta wake up and push this little chump away.
Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna like it. You're gonna really like
Tengo
it.
cherry, strawberry, and just for today, I got mamey.
See?
Oye,
She's gonna
¿cómo,
love
bueno,
it.
¿cómo está?
Well,
This
in
is what he calls me on the
2009,
I gotta
I
memorize
know,
that
Mom, he
one. Though.
calls
That's
me.
one of my favorites.
he calls me all the time like that too, and I'm always like, okay,
Yes.
I would love to.
I can't do.
Dude, if I ever did theater, I'd want to play Usnavi.
It's an awesome role,
Mm-hmm.
and I can't believe true theater fans know about it. But yeah, so
Yeah.
so around that
You
time,
probably never heard my name. Reports of my fame exaggerated. All right, I'm not gonna do it. I'm sorry.
Th-
Continue.
wait till the
We're not
movie
doing
comes
that
out,
movie.
and then we'll do it. Wait till it comes out, and then we'll do it. Okay. So yeah, so she won in 2009.
Okay.
It still travels around the world till this day. I saw it probably 2 years ago. It came here to Riverside at the Fox Theater.
Yeah, we saw
and
it
was
around 2 years ago.
Yeah.
In Long Beach.
It was a great production. They did half of, a lot of it in Spanish,
Yes.
which was cool. It was lovely. So every high school has done this at least once. Every high school theater has done this once.
Mm.
Every theater has had it in their theater at least once.
I love it.
Because this show never dies. And
I'm
that's just a
excited
little
for the
bit
movie. Matter of fact, one of my friends I found out recently is one of the principal dancers in the movie. So I want to see how much screen time she gets.
Anita looks dark as hell. I don't know if she's black or if she really is Puerto Rican. Either way, I'm so happy that look like they're using real Latin people.
And real white
not
people.
white people. And real white people. They should have hired Latin people to be the white people and put white face on them, and then have the white people be the Latin people.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you're going to go for it, might as well.
Just go full for it. So, you want to talk about these directors for us?
Oh, are we done with Broadway?
That's a little bit of Broadway for you.
Okay.
That's all I got.
That was a long walk. All right.
I'm sorry.
Let's talk about these directors. Starting with the, I guess, first one. The creator and the brainchild of this movie, Mr. Jerome Robbins.
Jerome in the house. I said Jerome in the house. Watch your mouth.
I was wondering if you were going to do that.
Did you really?
I can't dance because we're so constricted right now, but
A little tight.
we're a little
Watch your mouth.
Kind of tight. Yes. So Jerome Robbins, this is the only movie where a movie has won the Oscar for Best Director and 2 people were awarded, yet one of them was fired. So,
but he did do a huge part of it though. He did a big numbers.
Oh yeah,
in the
absolutely.
show.
I mean, he created the show. He created the
Right.
story. I pointed out because if Bohemian Rhapsody would have won for Best Director, that would have been the second time, because in that movie, Bryan Singer was fired.
Oh, for a fired one?
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Well,
But yeah,
okay.
Jerome Robbins was the first director, but this was his directorial debut, and the producers, the studio, did not want to give him full control of the movie, being that he had never made a movie before. Now, he was a dance choreographer. He's a theater guy. He's a method actor and musical theater all the way. And
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, go ahead.
He does a great job.
He does. Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
Like you said, this was the first time that 2 directors won a Oscar at the same time. But this did happen again, and it didn't happen again until 46 years later, when the director award was given to the Coen brothers for No Country for Old Men in 2007. So that was the next time that 2 directors got one Oscar. It took 47 years.
Nice.
But they both finished their movie.
Yeah.
Unlike this one.
Jerome
So that does.
got fired because they brought on Robert Weiss, who many of you would recognize his work. My dude has been around since 1914. If you've ever seen the movie that's on Zenobia's wall back there, The Sound of Music, then you know Robert Weiss.
Oh, yes, I
The
do.
hills are alive with the sound of music. I love it. So they brought on Robert Weiss, and he was more of the guiding hand, and Jerome Robbins was in charge of the choreography, the dancing, and the musical numbers. But he was very, very adamant about a lot of it. He was a perfectionist, and because of such, he did a lot of takes, a shit ton, and it put them over budget.
Because you can't do that back then
Nope.
because it's
Back
not
then.
digital.
It's not
It's
digital.
all film.
You waste all
That
our
shit's
film.
expensive. You waste all our film. Exactly.
Dude, and film, ordinarily
Ain't
the ratio with film is 6 to 1. meaning you're burning roughly 6 minutes of film for every 1 minute of actual footage that you use or that you get of a take. Now,
That's
he
crazy.
was doing way more than that. It's more like 36 to 1.
Holy shit!
Like, he was not happy unless the scene was perfect. And that was including the dancers, including the filmmakers, the choreography, the singing, the movement, just everything. It had to be perfect.
I understand that,
I do too.
but it was perfect.
It was. And I think that... so that's why he got fired, was because he put them over budget. And apparently he was a bit of a tyrant on set. And he had created animosity between the actors, which many directors have done, you know. So, like, the Jets were not allowed to socialize with the Sharks off camera. They weren't allowed to eat with them. They just were not. But because of all these things as a culmination, they fired him after principal photography. But Robert Weiss brought him back on for the purpose of the edit, which you pointed out earlier that a lot of the editing was done really, really well. Like when they're all singing Tonight. The Jets are gonna have their way tonight.
Yeah, they combined.
Anita's gonna have her little mix tonight. I love it.
You're walking
She's sitting there getting ready.
tired. Poor dear.
Poor dear. And then he goes, he's tired as long as he's here. Like she was so down. I love her. She's like,
Yeah.
yeah,
But the way
Black
they cut
Orchid.
all of that together and mixed back and forth between everybody and synced everybody's voices up, and then at the end they're
Very well
all
done.
singing in unison, is what she was pointing out is like fantastic editing.
Cause they began it. And we're the ones who's gonna stop it once and for all tonight.
And nothing against
Yeah.
Robert Weiss, it's just I think that it was Jerome Robbins and his adamantness to see that perfection that has caused this movie to stand the test of time.
I agree. I do like some of the editing, like where the Jets are walking down the street,
Oh, yeah.
and they do the overhead shot of them, and then the Sharks come up, and then they like scare them off, and then they all jump up, and when they jump up, it's them jumping up for the basketball, and they come down and they're on the court. Like, I love that transition.
Yeah,
I've
that's a
always
good
thought
one.
like that's such a good transition to just move it along. Like, it's visually beautiful.
Nowadays
so
you see it on
love
YouTube and it's like, man, you didn't invent that shit. You got an
No.
app that you just plug in nowadays. Somebody had to think of that.
Yeah. Well, okay.
50 years
There's this documentary that's supposed to be, I believe it's called The Art of Film, and it's broken. Like, I did not finish it because it was like 10, 12 episodes or something like that. But they were talking about the evolution of movie making,
I'm
and it
gonna
goes
need a
all the
link,
way.
bro.
Yeah, it goes all the way back to Edison, like, you know, doing the first like movies. But they showed like the very, very first close up, which was in some silent movie, and it's a close up of a little girl petting a cat. Like, it went from like a wide shot to a close up, and that was the very first close up ever. Someone had to think of that.
Is this
Someone had to be
narrated
like,
by Bruce Block by chance?
I think it is. It's
Okay.
been a very long time since I've seen it.
This is called the
But
art
I'll
of the
look it up.
visual story.
No, then I don't think it's the right one. It's that was not what it was called.
Okay. Bruce Block
But I will
is
find it.
the cinematographer for Saturday Night Live, as well as a freelance cinematographer. He's done many movies like Green Street Hooligans and a few others. But the first thing that he talks about in his course is where film came from. And he starts with Edison. As
Starts
well
with
as the
Edison at the
aspect
beginning.
ratio. What the golden ratio is.
Yeah, and it shows like, you know, the evolution of movies in different countries.
CinemaScope, all that shit, why it came to be.
Yeah.
It might be the same
Yes.
thing. They may have changed the name, but I know what you're talking about. Send me a link.
I'm gonna find it, yeah. But it was a very eye-opening thing because somebody had to think of that. You don't think of like who thought of doing the first close up. Somebody did, and now it's in every movie has a close up. You know.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
'Cause
you gotta
before
think
then,
of
it was
those
just like a wide. It was like watching a stage play. You saw everything all the time. Nobody thought about
Exactly.
moving the camera.
Exactly. So, like you said, the directors did separate their jets and their sharks, but they did encourage them to pull pranks on each other.
What?
Yeah, to heighten up the intensity between the two groups.
Okay.
So they would do, you know, a shark would put a poster up on the wall and a jet would come and rip it down. You know, they would drop water balloons on each other. Like, you know, stuff like that.
Gotcha.
Fun, harmless pranks on each other, but
mild stuff.
Yeah.
mild stuff so that they can, you know, keep that rivalry going and that spirit going. Now, there were a couple of sharks and jets that actually were roommates. So, you know, you couldn't really separate those people, but for the most part, yeah.
You got a Jets poster on the wall. I ain't looking at that for 2 weeks, man. Take it down.
You better take it down. You better look through it, Superman, because I ain't taking it down. You better have X-ray
Close
vision.
your eyes for all I care.
'Cause I ain't taking it down. This is not Black History Month. We already did that one.
Yeah, but it's so good.
It is so good. It's so good. So,
Well, then I have a question. Would you mind translating that into Spanish?
into Spanish. That is so funny.
That's so fucked up. Even the Jets
Because
are
he don't-
laughing.
The Jets are like, oh, he got you, fucking.
Get out
Dumbass
of here,
cops.
Bernardo.
They're
Please.
just so Yep. So, do you want to hear a fun fact?
Give me that fun fact.
This is probably my favorite fact that I found out this whole week.
Okay.
So the actors, they wore 20 pairs of shoes.
The fuck?
They applied more than 100 pounds of makeup. They split 27 pairs of pants.
Dude.
And they
Nice.
performed in 30 different recording sessions. So 30 different days they had to go in there and dance.
That is nuts.
So this was so bad that the actor who played Bernardo split his pants twice
Nice.
while he was doing America. So
Of course it's America.
Of course.
yeah, that one was
That's-
the best. The best dancing in this entire movie is America, hands down. At least in my book, it's just beautifully done to have the girls and the guys battle each other, which is something that's not done in the stage play, which is usually just the girls dancing. But in the movie, we get to see both of the guys and the girls dancing,
Yeah.
and I love it.
I'm
but-
partial to the one at the dance itself too, though, because that's between the Jets and the Sharks, and everybody gets
Mambo?
a chance. Not only that, but they have different styles that they get to showcase.
Mambo, go! They're like, okay,
come in
let's
doing
do this.
hmm
I don't know. I'm just gonna say, for me, America is the best.
It's definitely
scene,
the most
dance
famous,
scene
for
in the
sure.
movie. It's gorgeous. So he split his pants twice, and he only had two pair of pants for this scene.
Ooh.
So what they did is that
Wardrobe.
they made him wear black tights underneath his black pants, and then
Oh.
put the split black pants over those, and he had to dance.
In split
And you
pants.
can't even
You can't
in
tell.
split pants.
tell.
Can't tell.
Zoom in
But
on the balls.
those-
Come on.
But those guys ripped a lot of pants. They I believe this is one of the first things they dyed, and they used like stretchy jean fabric, elastic like fabric
Uh-huh.
for these dancers because it would be too hard for them to do those dances in
Regular clothes?
Real-
Hell no.
Levi jeans. Those don't
They
don't
don't-
make it so that
They
you
don't
can
flex.
Whoa!
You can't get your
You
leg
can't kick.
up here in regular
Can't get it up.
Levi jeans.
They created the first jeggings.
Yeah, kind of.
Pretty much.
It's so inventive. It's awesome.
Thank
Yeah.
you for that, musical theater.
Thank you, musical theater.
Mm.
So who's next? Let's get through this.
We're going to talk about the least seen person in this movie. Miss Marnie Nixon. Why do I say this? Because you don't see her, you hear her.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yes, you do.
She is the singing voice of not only all of Maria's songs, but also part of one for Anita. I say
Yeah,
part
so-
because it's only a certain note that she couldn't hit. The rest are sung by Anita. But Natalie
This is
Wood
true.
did not sing.
No.
That's true.
So
Natalie Wood could sing. She just could not hit those high notes that they were asking her to hit.
Yeah.
So at first they were just going to replace her with her as her voice double for the high parts, but then they eventually just replaced Natalie Wood entirely with her. And so the song "A Boy Like That Will Kill Your Brother," forget that boy and find another. One of your own kind. Stick with your own kind. That's my song. Anita has the best. Anyway, but in that song, once they start singing, it's literally her singing to herself because she is
straight up
Singing for
singing
Natalie
to
Wood.
herself.
she's singing to herself in some parts.
That's funny.
Yeah. I thought that was crazy. I did know that initially she was supposed to do Natalie Wood, right?
Yeah, she was only supposed to do Natalie Wood as far as I know.
But then she eventually ended up having to do Anita's part, and she asked for more money, and they didn't want to give it to her.
Well, she asked
She
for
was like, "What?"
royalties, which I
Royalties
think that she,
on the soundtrack.
on the soundtrack, and I think she was
Yes.
deserving of it.
Yeah.
I don't think they gave it to her because
They
I just
didn't.
looked on this album here,
They-
and I didn't see her name on
No,
there.
she doesn't get credit on it. But what one of the producers finally conceded and gave her 0.25% of his royalties.
Of
which
his own
apparently
royalties.
is a
that's
lot.
Sweet. That is because this soundtrack was the biggest soundtrack of 1961.
Yeah. So I mean,
Yeah.
think about it. If you get let's say you make $1 million, which they probably made more. 0.25% of that is like 25 grand. If I'm thinking
Yeah.
of that correctly.
Would it be like $1 million today, or close to $1 million today?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's not that much for doing the majority of the singing on the album.
Exactly. Well, Miss
That's
Marnie
pretty fucked up.
Nixon is the voice behind many famous singer, if you know.
I do.
Yes.
So she is also the singer for Miss Audrey Hepburn,
Yes.
Yep.
as well as Miss Marilyn Monroe. And
'Cause Marilyn
she
Monroe can't
also
sing.
had a hand in My Fair Lady.
She sure did. I
Or,
also
I mean,
saw
A
that.
Sound of Music. I'm sorry.
Well, she's in A Sound of Music.
She's
Isn't
in
that
it?
her?
She's not credited.
Isn't that her?
So I'm assuming it's just her voice. But
Oh,
is she?
okay.
I'm assuming that she is one of the nuns. So she's either playing one of the nuns or she
Yeah, her name
is
was
the
like Sis or
singer
something.
behind one of the nuns. But technically, she's unaccredited.
Well, she's unaccredited for a lot of things.
Yeah.
She also is the grandmother on Mulan.
Yes, she
does
is.
the singing
She
voice
does
of
the
the grandmother.
singing voice for the grandma in Mulan. Yes.
Some millennials who
Grandma.
might not have seen this movie have definitely heard her voice in Mulan.
Beads of jade for beauty. You must proudly show it.
And she was old then, so yeah, that makes sense.
Yes, she was. So yeah,
So she's still around.
she's still around. Well,
Yeah.
I think she is. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
No, she did pass away.
Oh, I
She
did
passed
not see
away in 2016.
that. So the voice of Maria.
The
It's
last thing that she worked on was Glee.
Well,
She did a voice on Glee, or she was on it.
Says she did a voice. Oh no, it's soundtrack.
Cool. She's probably doing
Yeah.
something, but she had
No.
that beautiful voice all the way through.
Yep. Last
the
acting
end.
she did was on your show, Law and Order.
Bum, 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 bum. I saw that on there.
Yeah,
Bow wow.
that was in 2001.
it's your
It's SVU too, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is my show.
So before we dive into this cast, I do have a couple of people that I want to mention. Let's first foremost say that this is a big ass cast, and we
Yeah,
can't
so
talk
let's hit
about
it and
everybody.
quit it.
No.
And therefore, I'm not going to talk about anybody because, like I said, we have our own personal IMDb here. So the first person we're going to talk about is Doc, Mr. Ned Glass. Yes,
Okay.
his name is Ned Glass. Take it away, Mom.
George
Take it
George
away.
Glass.
I remember him in so many movies, but not.
What movies do you remember him in?
I don't know, honestly.
Really?
I just remember his face from so many movies. He was a character.
Could it
actor,
have
okay?
been Charade?
Charades? Oh yes, he was in Charades.
What about the...
That was a really good movie.
He
Yes.
played Doc
I like
in
that
another
one.
movie called The Fortune Cookie.
Okay.
I think I might have seen that.
He was in Cagney and
Definitely.
Lacey. My dude has 230 credits, by the way.
Damn,
I know.
Yes, he was.
he stayed
In a lot of
working.
I loved him. Personally, I thought he was fantastic.
Like when he stops them from raping Anita, it is just so. Okay, so the real actress who played Anita,
Mhm.
she
Rita
was
Moreno.
raped as. Yes, I'm sorry. Well, I was waiting till we got to there, but yes,
Everybody knows.
she was raped as a child, and doing that scene, it kind of gave her flashbacks, and she kind of went nuts, like was crying, and it was just a lot for her.
Very
And the Jets broke character and immediately stopped and tried to console her, and they were like, "We have to change this because otherwise everybody's going to hate the Jets if like we go through with what you're trying to make us go through with." So I'm assuming that it was
They probably
worse
had to
than what
change the
Tone it down.
we
choreography.
see. Yes, but Doc coming out of there and he's like, "What is wrong with you? Like, leave her alone.
Yeah.
Like, how much more do you have to do until it's enough? Like, when is enough enough? Like, you guys don't know where the line is, and you constantly are crossing it. Like, you feel for him
You
because
make
he
this
is.
world lousy.
You do,
We didn't
and that is
make
what a
it,
lot
Doc.
of.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're not improving
That-
it either.
That's also true. Both of those. We didn't make it, and when you're putting a world that is shitty and people are shitty, you're going to be a shitty person. Like, that's kind of what it is. But he grew up in this neighborhood, has had this store forever, had these Jets and Sharks come in here. He's neutral grounds. He's nice to everybody.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
He's the sweetest. Like, so his scene trying to tell Tony that Maria died,
Ugh.
like,
Is this the only way to get through to you?
get through to you. Oh,
Whitey.
he's amazing.
Why do you do
He's-
a little different?
He's so good, yeah. And he's another voice of reason in this whole mess of dumb kids.
Yep.
Yes, he is.
He was one of my favorite
I love
actors
him.
in the movie, though.
Yeah, he brings some realness.
And then, of course, you have Mr. Shithead himself, Simon Oakland.
Officer.
No,
I do like his name. It's a cool
Lieutenant
name.
Shrek.
Oh right, he's a detective.
He's a racist piece of shit.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. He even says, he's like, hey, guys, I'm for you. I'll even
I'm
throw
for
in
you."
I'll even help Bill if you're starting to lose.
What the fuck? He's like, just tell me where it is.
Yeah.
You gonna be at the playground? You gonna be at so and so's house? Like, where were you at?
Yeah.
I hate him. He does a great job, but I
He
hate
does a
him.
great job, but you hate him. And he plays a cop all the time.
And Isn't he the one
He
from Dragnet?
has that cop look.
He's-
But isn't he the one from
Sergeant Shanks in Charlie's Angels.
Dragnet?
He's in Dragnet. He's in
I remember him from Dragnet.
Man
Time out.
Undercover. He plays Sergeant Abrams.
Wait, can I
Chips.
go back for a second?
What's that?
Mom, Dragnet.
Yeah.
What the hell is he in this stupid Dragnet show that my dad has been watching nonstop since we've been in quarantine?
What?
Like, Dragnet was something that I had never really heard of until literally like 3 months ago. This fool started watching Me TV, and it's on there all goddamn day.
Yes,
He
it
watches
is.
it all the time.
I watch
He watches it all the
MeTV.
time, and it is just so monotone. Like, it's so weird. So is he on it quite often, or does he just have a guest spot on it?
I never watched it, honestly. Just
I don't think he
remember
was on it. I'm
was
not
on
seeing it
there.
here. He was in Hawaii Five-0.
Dragnet,
It was
because that damn Dragnet show, I don't understand it. I don't. My dad watches it, and I'm like, I don't get why
It's a
you like
cop
this
show.
show.
Mom, you're giving us false facts. He was not in Dragnet.
Was he? Well, he looks like the guy in Dragnet.
Oh, there you go. That's a total mom thing to say.
I
He
didn't
looked like
watch
the
it.
guy.
I just said I didn't watch it.
She did say she didn't watch it. I mean,
don't
I'm
watch
just saying,
cop shows.
Dragnet was never brought up in my life until
So
like
what,
3
Was
months
it
what
ago.
we
very
should
morning?
say is that Dragnet is the only show back in the day that he wasn't on as a cop.
I am looking at him, and he was on a lot of shit. He has a lot of credits.
I recognize his
But
face
Dragnet?
as a cop, okay.
Ooh, he was on Gunsmoke,
Mm-hmm.
Watch that.
another old man show my dad watches.
Yep.
But he does a good job.
He
as
was
being
Steve
a shitty
McQueen's
cock.
superior officer in Bullet.
Oh,
Yes, he
Yes.
That's what I
was.
recognized
That's
his first thing.
that's what I
That's
recognize him in as well. Yeah,
So, but
he
he's an asshole.
he's an asshole, a racist asshole.
Yeah, and he tries
So,
to goat them on too.
He does
How's the action on your mom's side of the street there, eh?
action.
Action.
Yeah.
And immediately he's like, maybe next time one of these guys isn't going to be able there to hold you back.
Hold you back. Yeah. Then
Don't
what?
worry, I'll find out where the rumble is.
They do though. I don't know how they find out.
They just go roaming the streets. It's not that big. That big. Well,
It's
I don't
New
know.
York.
New York City's big, but
I was like, you've been there. It's
their
not
part
small.
of town isn't.
They are in the west side of
yeah, they have a
Manhattan.
precinct.
That's
They have
crazy.
a-
That's where they.
They know
That's
where
where they
to
are.
look. They know where to look.
That's crazy.
So
That's
I'm
true.
sure
I got
north side of-
semi lost in Manhattan, but that was mostly Ashley's fault because whenever I think that I'm on the right track with directions, she likes to say, "I think it's over here," and me being collaborative, I listen to her, and then we get lost, and then we have to find our way back to where I was headed anyway.
I was with Helen, so she guided me through her city. So it was fine. But yeah. All right.
Which way Staten
that's
Island? Is that way? Are you sure? Yeah, the Brooklyn Bridge is right there. It's that way.
You don't know where. You don't know.
I knew exactly where it was. All I knew is I knew where Brooklyn Bridge was. I knew where we got off the train, and I knew where Statue of Liberty was. And I knew that Staten Island was in between them, so it was that way. Boom, boom, boom.
Which way's north?
And you've had a Staten Island Ferry cocktail.
Yes, love that movie. Drink was
I was
good if I
literally-
remember correctly.
Oh yeah, I was drinking it the other day. Malibu and coconut juice.
Nice.
Bomb.
So we don't have time to talk about everybody because there's
Hit
a
it.
lot of Jets. You notice that the Jets have a lot of characters who get names, and the Sharks only have 2.
I wonder why.
That's weird, right?
Yes.
Maybe it's because, you know,
It was 1961
movies,
Mm,
America
American action.
focuses on a white people.
for sure.
You know? So yeah.
That being said, we do have to talk about this person, Jose de Vega. Plays Chino. And damn it, if he is betrothed to Maria, Maria would have found
He
out
wa-
some secrets.
Like what?
That Chino don't really like Maria.
Is he gay?
Very. It's very
Is that what-
evident that he is gay.
Wait.
You know, he told me this stuff today.
You gotta watch the
I
movie.
had to look it up.
You gotta see him. Everything he does is gay.
My question is, do you not think that I have watched this movie?
But have you looked at Chino
And Nardo.
Yeah.
and Nardo?
I thought that he was more of a being quiet, shy type. He could be
That's
gay.
what I always
but
thought.
His
too.
mannerisms are 100% gay.
Well, I've seen him on stage and he wasn't portrayed gay. So maybe it was just that actor.
Maybe it was him as a young actor who didn't know how to hide it yet.
You know, now that you pointed out to me today, thinking back all the times I've watched this movie, I always had that perception of him as being, like you said, shy and
Uh-huh.
quiet. But
My dude is gay.
after looking it up today and finding out that Nardo is openly gay back then.
Yeah.
Time out. The actor or the
Yes,
character?
The
no,
actor.
the actor.
See? That's what I'm
didn't know
saying.
either.
I mean, it's musical theater.
know either.
Most guys in
I had
musical
to
theater
look it
are
up.
gay.
But what I was saying was...
Ashley's first
that
5
I've-
crushes
I mean,
were all
I've seen
gay.
George Secure. I've seen him, and I think he was in some Esther Williams movies. He was in other
Because-
movies as a dancer.
Uh-huh.
Well, I am happy that he is out and gay, but I don't think that his character is supposed to be. I think that might
Exactly.
be...
That's my only
representative
argument.
of
By all
him.
means, no. Do you. But,
but
he's supposed to be a heterosexual male, and it's just comes across immediately with every action that he's doing that he's gay. He's not
'Cause
trying
back
to
then-
hide it. He's not trying.
Because back then, if you were a man, you were straight.
Yeah, it's more so he's a gay man playing himself rather than a gay man playing a straight man. If you're gay and you're playing straight, no problem. But don't be gay and play gay when you're supposed to be written as straight. That's my whole thing with it. And it's everything. It's when he's at the dance and he's trying to break up the fight. It's every time he's standing around when somebody else is having a conversation. It's every time they leave. Watch every time
Every
that the
time they
Sharks
leave
walk
the room,
away.
I watch
Nardo either does this and puts his arm around Chino,
He does.
or he puts it around his waist
Or
and
his
walks
arm.
him out the door.
Yeah, every time they leave the room,
And
he does.
Okay.
Chino walks
I
away
am
with
not
the
against
it.
loosest
Part of the drinking
hips
game now.
in the movie.
Every time you see him being a little gay,
No,
I guess
every
you
time
could
you
I know,
every
right?
time
Take
you
a
see
sip
Nardo
every time
put his
Chino's
arm
being
around
gay.
Chino, you
when
take
he
a
puts
sip.
his arm around. If you're like, I feel like he's gay.
That's why he's so
Because-
mad when Nardo dies.
Oh, because he liked it. That makes sense. I like him too. He's gorgeous.
Oh,
I
yeah,
would've been
absolutely.
heartbroken. And then he knows that he's got to go tell
Maria.
his sister that he's gone.
Right.
That's why he shoots Tony, because he was like, fuck you, killed my lover.
Exactly.
Like, he's pissed.
That's what he wanted to say, but it was written he'd killed your brother. He
Oh
killed
my
your
God.
brother.
He killed my...
He killed my
killed
lover.
my
I mean, he killed your
lover.
brother.
One, I like where we're going with this. It makes me love it even more that he's gay and that he's constantly trying to like push him off on his sister, but really he has a crush on it, Bernardo. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
You can watch it
I
again. You
am.
have to.
Yeah.
You gotta
I'm
watch
doing
Chino.
it like immediately as soon as we start. As soon as we're done, I'm about to rewatch all of it. I love it. I never really even. I just thought he was shy. I don't know.
I always
Aw.
thought that too.
No. Yeah. Well, like most of the cast, he also passed away. However, he passed away kind of young. He passed away
How
in
young?
1990.
Ooh.
Yeah, so he was
Okay.
only 54
50s.
years old, something like that. But he also was Filipino.
Okay, so a non-white person
Yeah.
playing. I'm down. I'm down.
Puerto Rican.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I just assumed that the majority of them were white. So I don't know.
Of the sharks?
Yeah, I mean, not the majority, but I feel like at least the dancing wise,
Mhm.
it was easier to find white dancers and paint them brown
Yeah, for sure.
instead of paying brown people to dance,
Did I steal your water?
which
Mom?
they're
I totally did.
great at.
No, that's
Still
fine.
drinking.
I was gonna say I'll steal that instead. Well, I would like to talk about my favorite character in the entire movie. You know who it is?
Riff.
Yes!
Yeah.
Yes, it
I
is.
want Leah.
I love Riff. I think he's freaking awesome.
I like Riff as well.
So Riff is played by Mr. Russ Tamblyn. Russ Tamblyn has had a very successful career.
He has. Do you know his Tom Thumb?
I did not know he was Tom Thumb.
Who? Who's Tom Thumb?
Tom Thumb.
Grimm's Fairy Tales.
From what?
Grimm's Fairy Tales.
Oh, Grimm's? Did they make that into a movie?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it super dark? That sounds cool. If it is,
I don't remember it being dark.
No.
I mean, Grimm's fairy tales are dark,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
All
I
of
get
them.
You where you're saying super dark. No, no.
Yeah.
It's a good movie, but it's got all the tales in it. He's in it.
Okay.
He's also the woodsman in that. So it's the wonderful world of the Brothers Grimm.
Yes.
He did that right
Yeah.
after this, matter of fact. That was his next project. That's
'Cause those
crazy.
stories are dark as fuck.
As soon as you said that, I immediately saw him looking up at the camera like Tiny Him.
Yes.
What's
And
it?
it's
What's
another
it called?
movie
I'm
that
gonna look at.
you showed me.
It's called The Brothers Grimm's. What?
It's called The Wonderful World
Of the
of the
Brothers.
Brothers Grimm.
Oh, so it's Disney.
No.
No,
No,
No.
It's not a Disney.
No.
Wonderful World.
it's
Of
not
Brothers
Wonderful World
Grimm.
of Disney. It's just a Wonderful World of the Brothers Grimm.
It's all fairy tales. In the
Yeah.
movie. Red
Okay.
Riding Hood, all that stuff.
I'm gonna look that up then. I
Also,
do know that he was in Seven Brothers for Seven Brides.
Yes, he
Nice.
was. Another dance.
I love that movie.
Another dance musical.
Love,
Here-
love,
here's a
love,
dark
love
one
that
for you.
movie.
He was in the War of the Gargantuans.
What is that?
Look it up. Remember Godzilla, all those movies? The
Yeah.
Gargantuan?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
He was one of the professors in it.
Ah,
scientist.
okay. Well,
Okay.
he's for sure my favorite character, and also my favorite dancer. I think that he is right up there with Nardo and Anita and all of them.
He is.
He's killing it,
I
and he
saw
doesn't
an
have a
interview-
traditional dancer's body.
No.
He don't. I saw him do an interview, and he said that after the premiere of the show, he was walking out of the theater, and someone stopped him. Stop! 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 I just want to tell you that I think that you're like one of the best dancers in this movie. Like, you did such a great job.
Mm-hmm.
And the person who said this to him was Fred Astaire,
Yeah,
one of the greatest dancers
All time.
of all time.
yeah, and he wasn't happy with his performance as far as his dancing.
He wasn't.
Until Fred Astaire paid him that compliment. He's like, "All right, maybe I did do all right."
I did like his dancing.
I loved it.
He
When he's
He
at the
reminds
dance
me-
doing that cartwheel and then that upwards somersault,
It's
I
like
was like,
handstand thing,
damn, Riff.
I mean, I love him. I think that his dance style is more like Gene Kelly, where it's grounded. It's
Uh-huh.
more rough. It's more real. It's not as
He was very
classical
light
as
on his
Fred
toes.
Astaire.
No,
But he
he
was
can
still
get
really
up
good
there,
at
yeah,
it. So
for
Yeah.
sure.
he reminded me a lot of Gene Kelly of his dancing style, and I loved it. I think that he did a fantastic job. We do see him in 2011
And what?
in Drive.
Oh yeah.
He plays Doc
Uh-huh.
in Drive, which is a great movie. So he's still out there doing his fucking shit,
Yeah.
you know?
He was in Django after that.
Ew, was he like a racist dude? Who was
Yeah,
he?
he was.
I was about to watch.
Unfortunately.
Well, duh, almost every white person
Yeah.
in
Yeah,
that
would
movie.
have to be in.
The only one that's not is the dude who played the Jew hunter in the
Inglourious
previous
Basterds.
Tarantino movie.
Yeah. So
Why do names
yeah,
escape
everyone
me when
from-
I'm drinking? Everybody's probably
Yeah,
yelling
let's-
at me at home right now. His name is such and such. I'm sorry, guys. We've had a few drinks.
I just want you to know that when I go back and I start editing our episodes, sober me is yelling at drunk me on
I know, right?
shit
Doesn't it
all
piss you off? I
day.
was like, how did you not remember that back then?
Like, "Ugh! You're such an idiot. You sound so dumb right now. So please forgive us.
How many times have you yelled at the...
She keeps her notes.
Yeah, there
And
is-
then I hear about
There's
it when I
no
see
yellow
her.
Post-its on the table today.
I know. Where are your notes,
Y'all gotta
Mama?
understand, every time that we see her, she hands us yellow Post-its of the notes that she wrote down from our previous
This is
episode.
Because I have,
This is true.
yeah, I do. I have a whole little pad.
I can't read them,
The-
so she's got to read them to me.
Well, I
The
have-
one time we
eventually
put
Chicken
you on
scratch.
I'm gonna email them to you. Okay.
Okay.
The one
We'll
time we
email
put
it
you
to
on the
you.
show, she ain't got no yellow Post-its.
She
They're
just
in
flick
the
them like a
room
deck
with
of
George.
cards.
She's like, yeah.
not
She's like, I'm 2
taking
episodes
notes.
behind, but
I don't take notes during. I mean, this episode. I only take notes when I watch you guys,
Mm-hmm.
so I can
Well, you-
go back and tell you guys. It was this name. You know, you guys couldn't remember Barb Streisand, or who was it?
We
Meryl
were-
Streep. You couldn't remember Meryl Streep.
We were drunk.
that was one of them. That was definitely
I
one of
know,
them.
and I was
Streep. I
racking
was
my
like-
brain that time too. I was like, "Oh my god, I can't believe I don't remember her name."
and I was like,
oh,
I don't
sorry.
care. You know, I'm awake. Call me.
the only sober person in the room.
2 in the morning. You know,
I
I'm
do
awake.
want to mention that I'm pretty sure that was during a gin episode.
Yeah,
and
gin
we are not
Yes.
responsible
Is not
for
good
gin.
for-
Yeah,
It was Jen.
it was gin. So I can't
You didn't
remember
get
my
that
own
from
name
my
on
blood.
gin.
Gin will fuck you up.
Gin will fuck you up. Mom, I'm gonna make you a gin drink and try to have you say things. It's hard. It is quite hard.
Right? We'll,
We'll see.
we'll find a good gin drink for Easter and then just have a conversation with her.
Oh yes. Have her take a shot of my fucking expensive ass gin I have on that bar over there. The Midsummer Night's Stream. That gin
Oh,
is
yeah.
very good, but it will fuck your brain up.
Yeah,
Okay. We'll see.
you'd be saying shit ass backwards. It's weird. Well,
Get some high
anyway,
tolerance.
Russ is still around.
Yes.
He was born in 1934, so he's 85. Shit.
Still around. He still looks
Doing
pretty
his
good.
thing. Yeah, absolutely. Still acting. Just had a project come out in, I believe, 2018 was his last project thus far. The Haunting on Hill House TV series. Played Dr.
Oh, I've
Montague.
seen some of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he was on Twin Peaks right before that. He did a series regular on Twin Peaks. So,
Wait,
Russ,
the
we
new-
still
the
love you.
new-
Keep working,
Daughter.
man. Yeah,
Wait,
2017.
was it the? Ooh, I haven't watched the new Twin Peaks, but I do love the old ass Twin Peaks.
Ah.
I do have one more fun fact on Russ before we move on. So Russ, he auditioned originally for Tony for this role, and it got down to him and the gentleman who played Tony in this role,
Really?
and he didn't get it, and he was kind of sad. But they were like, "Hey, girl, can you come back tomorrow for a riff?" And he was like, "Yes, I can."
Nice.
And he came back, and they loved him, and he got the role.
I love him as Riff.
I do too. You wouldn't have been a good time.
Well, I think he
Well,
played Riff as
well
Riff.
his love interest.
I think he looks more the part. You know, Tony can pass for Italian or a light Hispanic. Cruz is lighter than him.
I was just talking about how light that fool is. Okay, so you know, he's from womb to tomb.
Yeah.
Yes.
Birth to Earth.
There we go. Yes.
Then why don't you get
Originally
out?
that-
Because your ma's hot for me. Oh, because I hate living with my bugging uncle. Uncle! Come on, Uncle!
Come on, Uncle. Yep, I do love that. Okay, so the original line for they're supposed to say from womb to tomb. From Birth to Earth.
Yeah.
So From Birth to Earth was originally on the Broadway show. It was Sperm to Worm.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Dark.
Okay.
I mean, from being from sperm to being worm food.
For sure.
It works. But that they changed it for the movie because
Of course.
it's the 50s and it's movies. You can't
Right.
say shit like that.
MGM didn't like that joke.
Come on, you can't have two married people sleeping in the same bed. They'll have bunk beds.
Ugh.
Well, I don't know. This movie came out in 1961, so I think they could sleep together by 61.
Well, it's time to talk
just
about
couldn't show
our
it.
top two couples
On
that do
TV.
sleep together in this movie.
Ooh.
Matter of fact, we can start with the gorgeous dancer that he is, Mr. George. How do you say his last name?
Chiquitas,
Oh, fine then.
I guess.
I call him Bernardo.
Bernardo.
Bernardo. That's what I call him.
Uh,
He is so fucking cute.
he's a handsome, handsome man. He's got
He's so
that
cute.
dancer's body, dude.
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
like
skinny.
incredibly.
Tall.
He's skinny. He's tall, but he's incredibly fit, and his posture is
Oh, yeah.
fucking perfect.
He's a dancer.
Like
He's got those cheekbones.
you know, he can stand on his
Mm-hmm.
toes, like straight up, and point to the sky, probably in a perfect
I wish
arrow.
I could have seen him in his split pants, some butt cheeks. He had a nice body. I loved him. He's so cute. What is he? He's not Puerto Rican. What is he?
I don't know. I'll find out. What he
'Cause he ain't
is an Oscar winner for this movie. That's what he is.
Oh, yes, he is. Oh, yes, he is. As he should be, because Bernardo fucking killed it. He was very funny and tough at the same time. He was smart, but then, like, you know, you still remember this guy's probably like 17, 18 years old. He's still young. He's just dumb. He's hooked up in this stupid rumble. He does a great job. He's so handsome. I don't know what else to do with him.
My dude was born in Ohio, but he grew up in Los Angeles.
I did see he was an LA native, so I kind of assumed he was Mexican, but maybe he's not.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But he was like 26, 27 when he did this role.
Oof. Gorge.
So, as a man, that's like the peak of your physical abilities. That's before the aches and pains start setting in.
Okay. I bet you don't know this one. Fun fact for you.
All
You
right.
know
You gotta
that.
sing it, mama. You better sing it, and you gonna give me a fun fact. You better fun
A fun
fact.
fact. Yes, I got a fun fact.
Yes.
Riff's girlfriend, Graciela.
Uh-huh.
You know Ian Velma?
Yes. Uh-huh.
It's his sister.
Mm-hmm.
It's not her sister. No, it's his real.
That's what-
It's his real sister.
His real. They have the same last name.
Uh-huh.
I did look this up. That's why I don't know what he is. When I found out, I was like, oh, I don't think they're Mexican because she's the redhead. She redhead.
There's some
But I
redheaded
think she had
Mexicans.
black eyebrows.
It probably
She did
did.
have black eyebrows.
I mean, you look at Ice.
I don't think
He's
that's
got
true.
blonde
No,
hair
red
and
hair.
black eyebrows.
Yeah,
They
That's true.
change him for the role.
I don't think she was a true redhead.
I don't think she was too. Ooh,
That was
Look at
Lady
it, ooh.
Ugh,
Claw.
that girl annoys me.
he hates it.
The blonde
He
one
hates
annoys
it.
me. It's like,
And you can punctuate it. Ooh.
ugh.
That's a Betty Boop. Period.
Ooh, oh, I'm sorry. Period.
She would have been better at impersonating Betty Boop. I shouldn't say that. She's probably like 90 right now.
We talked about Betty Boop, remember? She was in Christmas Vacation. She was the old lady. Play ball!
Yeah.
That's her. I love it. But Arnardo is amazing. Like I said, he did rip his pants. But him and Natalie Woods had to wear darker makeup to appear Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
So that's that. Well, yeah.
So he's not that dark,
They-
actually.
He's not that dark.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what he is.
Interesting. I mean, he's a dancer.
But
you know.
I heard him talking, and he had an accent.
Yeah,
That's
he
what
does
I'm
a good
saying.
job.
No, like I heard him talking him talking now,
Uh huh.
and he had an accent. So I don't know where. That's why I was like, where is he from?
What's that? Not sure. However, he's a lighter complexion. He's like my complexion, I would say. But I'm dark as shit right
not
now.
during the summer. I was like, you not in the summer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm so dark right now. I've been out in the sun all week.
I've been trying to be in the sun as much as possible.
I got
because I'm
a
stuck in the house all
horrible
the time.
farmer's tan right now. It's gross.
Hey, you know.
Oh, there's
It
a picture
happens.
of him in color though. All right, he's not that dark.
No, but
He's not that light either though.
no,
He's like
not light.
he's like Al Pacino complexion.
He's darker
Yeah,
than
so
Al
he could be
Pacino.
Italian. Who knows what the fuck he could be?
But, you know, Natalie Wood is Russian, so
Yes.
they had to change everybody up. You got to fit the role. That's fine. I don't mind that.
He's probably white because I see him playing opposite of white women
Uh-huh.
in some of these pictures, which was not allowed in the 60s and 50s.
No, it
so
wasn't.
It was.
I don't know. But he has such a beautiful smile. I love his big ass nose. Like, he's gorgeous. I love him. I love him.
You got a big ass nose.
But it's sexy! It's sexy.
Damn. Ain't nobody
I'm
said
drunk.
it wasn't. Look at Dustin Hoffman.
I'm-
Dustin Hoffman got all the girls back in the day.
He's got a big nose.
I don't know. I never thought Dustin Hoffman was attractive. I just thought he was talented.
Hell yeah.
I
Which
agree.
is a
That's
which
all you
is
gotta be.
attractive.
Yes.
Yeah, that is still attractive.
Yes.
A talented.
Apparently, as soon
All right.
as he got the role for The Graduate, first thing that the makeup person said was, "What are we gonna do about this nose?"
I'd be like, I've been thinking that my whole life. I
I'm
don't know,
Jewish.
man.
What do you want?
What do you want? People know me already, man.
But anyway, George
It goes with the face.
does a hell of
He
a
does, he
job
does.
in this movie. He absolutely
He
does.
does.
From Jump Street, he's very confident. It's very evident why he's the leader of the Sharks. It's very apparent why Chino has such a crush on him.
I love the
Yeah, you get
storyline.
that.
Is for the rest of my life, that is what I'm going to be looking at. I fucking hate you, but I also fucking love you because you just opened my eyes to something that I didn't know that could have been there.
It's also very
That's so-
apparent why Anita puts up with him. You know, because he gets on her nerves. I mean, they have their fights, but at the same time, she's so attracted to him.
She said it's when I don't
It's
look
when
at
I
him, it
don't
happens.
look at him when it happens.
Yes.
That's
Because
right.
she's like, I'm just drinking about him.
tell Mama and Papa about you and Nardo on the rooftop of the movies. No,
You wouldn't.
I will rip this to shreds.
I ripped it to shred. I wouldn't if you happen to lower the neckline about 1 inch.
One little inch.
1 inch. I know. It was pretty low. She didn't need an inch.
No, but
I wouldn't have
No.
done a 16-year-old inch either.
Is that how old she is in this? 16?
it's close.
Well, it's based off of Romeo and Juliet.
That's true.
That's how old they are in that. So that's what I thought of.
16, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
16, 17?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, if that's the case, let's talk about your girl. I'm out of this one. You guys go ahead.
Miss Ega.
Puerto Rico, my heart's devotion. Let it sink back in the ocean.
We can't use none of that audio.
Why was it bad?
No, it's-
Always the hurricane blowing. Always the population growing.
and the money
And
owing.
the money owing.
I love that scene. She's so...
She's
Oh, no.
she's so amazing.
That's not true.
That's not true. She is the first Puerto Rican actress to win an Academy Award in the Oscar history.
Mm-hmm.
This woman right here. She is my absolutely favorite character in this movie. She's the voice of reason. She has some of the greatest songs in this movie. She is
An
funny
Antoinette
but
Perry winner?
serious.
Mm-hmm.
She
Oh, she
is
got
an
an
Antoinette
EGOT,
Perry.
Mom.
She's an
I was about to
EGOT.
say she is an EGOT winner,
Yes.
which means that she has all of
She
the
got an
awards
Emmy,
she
she
you
got
could
a
possibly,
Tony, she got a Grammy, she got an Oscar.
She does.
which is everybody's dream.
And she
Who's
is
ever
from
been an actor.
Puerto Rico.
She said when she took this role, she obviously identified with Anita because she was an immigrant from Puerto Rico who grew up in New York.
I like when she calls
Uh,
Marvel like, immigrant!
Immigrants! I love it.
She's yelling down the stairs.
She don't care. She
Buenas noches, Anita.
was,
Sofia.
she
Chanclita.
is the most beautiful person in this entire movie.
Mm.
She is so gorgeous.
She absolutely is.
So when she took this role, like I said, she embodied this role because she was this role.
Mm-hmm.
She related to a lot of different things. Like I already previously said that she was raped as a child. So that scene resonated a lot with her. After winning her Oscar and Emmy for this movie, she was not cast in another movie for 7 years.
Motherfuckers.
7 years, you guys. This amazing actress was not on screen for 7 years because, well, this was the
Those are times.
60s. And there weren't
There weren't
roles
They
for
weren't making
Latin Americans,
No.
you know, to be out there and to be, you know, leads. So she said after the 7th year, she auditioned for a movie and she did all the reading and the research and her notes, and she went into the audition and was like, you know what? I know this part is for me. I've been working on it. Like, I can't wait to show you this. And she hands them her script and they look at it, and she said it was a long, awkward pause, and she told, they were like, well, this isn't the role that we actually want you to read from. We want you to read from the Mexican madam from the whorehouse. That's what we want you to read from. And she was like, well, you know what? I'm sorry, but I'm not going to do that. And he was like, well, I mean, it doesn't matter. And she goes, it does matter.
Yes.
It does.
It does.
So she turned it down and she walked away. And I am glad that she did,
Mhm.
because we don't need to have another Latin lady being this seductive, sexual charged, like, sex hungry lady when, you know, this woman is so talented in so many different ways that you can utilize her. And she's so gorgeous. Like, I mean, she was on Life magazine. She is now, you can see her now
One Day at a
on
Time.
Netflix, One Day at a Time. She plays the grandmother on there.
Yes.
And she told them when she took the role that the only way that she would take that role is if they made that character sexual.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
And so and they were like, you know what? That sounds great. And they, oh girl, you know I did my
I know
homework.
that one.
She's my absolute favorite person in this entire movie. And I do love me some Natalie Wood. I do.
God
But
knows
no one
I
has nothing
do.
on her. God knows I do.
But I can't
Nobody
deny
has it.
Rita Moreno.
I can't deny her because she's so beautiful. She's so talented. She is probably the first Puerto Rican EGOT ever. I mean, there's a small number of people who even have that as like on their
she might be
resume.
the only one.
Hey, did you ever watch her on Happily Divorced?
No.
Where she played
Mm-mm.
the Jewish mother-in-law? She was good.
She played
Yes,
Jewish?
she did.
Oh.
Jews and Latin American, like Latin mothers, they're about the same. They guilt their
Yeah.
their kids. They make them a lot of food. They're religious
That's
and they love their
basically the
family.
part she
Like,
played on Happily Divorced.
that's what I'm saying. So that totally makes sense because they're like interchangeable of the way the kind of mothers they are.
Yes.
That's funny.
Yeah.
But she was amazing. I don't know if you have any more fun facts on her, but she is.
She got a new movie coming out.
What is it? I'm there.
Y'all don't know?
No.
It's a little known movie called West Side Story.
Oh, I just saw that right now. Yes.
She's gonna be in
She's
the new
gonna be
West
in the
Side
new
Story,
one?
yeah.
Oh,
So she
okay.
will be playing, if I'm not mistaken, she will be
Awesome.
playing the shop owner.
So she the new doc?
No, not the candy
No,
shop
the-
owner.
the-
Of like the dress
Oh,
shop.
she owns. The dress
dress
shop
shop.
owner.
So it's probably a small cameo part, but she's gonna be in
Right. It's
Oh my goodness!
as long as she's
Yay!
it.
She's so gorgeous. I'm so happy. Nobody's.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
nobody that
movies?
you know because I didn't know the majority of the
I
cast.
know who's
Movies?
playing Tony, and I'm not a huge fan, but that's just.
I
me.
want to hear him sing. If you could sing, I'm in.
He sang on what's it called?
James Gordon.
James Corden's show once. He didn't suck, but it takes more. And as
Some people aren't
far
trained.
as who's playing Maria, or do you want to know who's playing Anita?
I saw who is playing Anita. I don't really know who she is, but she is so dark and beautiful that I'm
Ariana
like, in.
DeBose.
Yeah, I'm in.
I don't know her personally. I mean, I don't know her work. I'm not familiar, but apparently she's doing a number of things, including Hamilton. So she gotta have a voice.
Oh, yes, she does, I'm sure. I don't care. To be Anita, you have to have a voice, a good voice. So I'm excited. And I'm
Well, I
glad
don't
that
know.
we live.
Yeah, nowadays you
Well-
don't get somebody else to sing your part. You
I was
just
gonna
sing
say
it.
somebody else will dub it.
That's
They don't do
exactly
that no
what I was
more.
about to say. I was about to say we don't have dubbers.
Yeah, me too.
You either can sing or you can't sing. A lot of different cultures and movies have done that for decades. Bollywood is one of those, where they're singers who play these young, beautiful princesses or whatever the love interests in these Bollywood movies are sung by like old Indian ladies. Like that's what they're the ones who do the voices for them. But here in America, for the most part, we have you sing your own stuff. So either you can kind of do it or you can really do it. That's kind of how I'm seeing it, and I'm excited to see West Side Story. It's going to be phenomenal.
Well, the girl who's playing Maria is named Rachel Zegler, and she has never done a single movie ever. So
Doesn't
she
look
is.
Hispanic or Puerto Rican.
She could pass
So
for Hispanic. She is one of 30,000 people who auditioned for the role of Maria.
Of course, because people
Yeah.
like me have wanted to be our whole lives.
I remember that
I would've known, I would've
searched
done it.
far and wide to cast for this movie. He didn't care
Well-
if it was going to be a famous person or not. However, it was going to be either one or the other. Either Maria or Tony was going to be famous, and so they went with an unknown for Maria, and then they went with
A known actor for
a
time.
known actor for Tony. Speaking of Tony,
Okay.
we got to talk about my dude, Mr. Richard Bymore. Bymore.
Amen.
He's from Iowa.
He looks like he's a Midwestern,
He's
like
definitely a Midwest boy.
a country
Yeah.
boy. Polak.
Yeah, but he moved to
Call him.
That's what they call him in this movie.
he moved
definitely.
to L.A. early on. He went to North Hollywood High.
Oh, so he came out here and finished out his career. That's cool.
Yeah, so he was pretty young when he moved to Los Angeles. So he moved here in like the late 40s. So he was probably like 10, 11, somewhere around there. 12. He was
Okay.
12 when he moved to LA.
So I do know that he did not do the majority of the singing, if not all of his singing.
He didn't sing
But
either?
No.
Really?
The
He
only
didn't sing
person that
Maria?
did. No, and that he does such a good job. The only person
No, he
that
doesn't.
did
It's not
do-
him.
Well, he did good.
The only person who
He did a good lip
did
sync.
do all of their CD singing was Bernardo. Other than that, everybody had either some part of theirs dubbed or all of their shit dubbed. But yes, Maria is one of my favorite songs. Like, say it loud and there's music playing. Say it soft and it's almost like praying. Maria. I mean, that line is like seriously one of my favorite lines
It's a
because
really great
Yes,
one.
it is.
it's so that whole song is very beautiful. Before I just want to throw out that this is the lyrics of this movie is Stephen Sondheim, who did the lyrics for this. A man who has done some of the greatest musicals. He's probably the greatest musical composer and lyricist of all time, or at least that is alive today.
Yeah, he just turned
And
90.
Yes.
Holy shit, he's like
just
Betty
turned
White's
90.
age.
We just watched his birthday celebration on YouTube or something like that.
Oh.
That
So,
is
That
makes sense because
you gotta check it out.
I-
it's either on Hulu or
I-
it's on YouTube. But a lot of
Because-
prominent, famous musical theater people sang his work for his 90th birthday.
They do that every so often because I'm going to say his 75th birthday. His 75th birthday, he at least had another one at the Rose Bowl that I had a friend that went to where it was him and it was a bunch of people honoring his music because he's done such great things. If you're a huge theater kid fan from high school in the 2000s, you probably saw a movie called Camp, where the kids there idolize him.
Yup.
They idolize him, as all theater kids do. And at this theater camp that these kids perform at during the summertime, he actually comes and sees their performance, and they lose it like it's Beyonce coming in anywhere. They're just like, oh my God, Stephen Sondheim! Like, it's just
I'd
the
get
shit.
excited
And
for
I
Stephen Sondheim.
would kiss his feet because I love musicals,
Not his
and
fingers?
he's made some of my favorite. Not his fingers,
He needs
his
those.
feet. Yeah, and him being 90, that's crazy.
Yeah. Well, Richard Bymore is still around. Remember I said most of these people died? He didn't.
He's still there.
He's still
yeah.
around. Him and Rita Moreno. Still.
And
And Russ.
George.
Russ Tamblyn. Oh, and George, too. I lied. There's
He's
a lot
still
of
alive.
people that are still alive in this movie.
2 members.
Yeah, he's so.
The Jets were enchanted.
That's right.
Or what?
Two of the guys that were in the Jets were also dancers in Enchanted, the movie, with Amy Adams.
They still
They were
dancing.
dancing as old people in the park. They got up off their
Oh my
chairs
goodness.
and tossed their walkers away and started dancing, and they were moving.
Oh yeah,
in the song,
I know what you're talking about.
How do you know?
How do you know? That's the best part of the movie.
love her?
How do you know that you love her? How do you know that you need her? Yes.
How do
That's the best part of
I'm
the
not
movie.
gonna do it, especially right with Ashley right there. She does it so much better.
Really, truly love her. Okay. So, yeah, that's awesome that they're still out there getting it.
All of them. Well, not all of
That's so-
them, but yeah, Richard Bymore's still doing his thing too. He was in Twin Peaks, recurring role, in 2017. So he's still pounding that pavement, as we say in Hollywood.
I do want to say that the majority of the dancers in this movie received shin splints.
Fuck yeah!
One of the worst things you can fucking have.
Ugh,
I've had shin
I hate
splints 'em.
them.
in my life.
I got a
I
bump
did
on
track.
my leg to this day.
Shin splits?
Shin splints. Yes,
Oh.
it is.
So that comes from you running on concrete
Uh-huh.
or,
Right.
pavement of some sort. Your muscle that's connected to your leg and the tendons get loose and they bounce against your
bone, basically.
bone basically, and it has this awful feeling.
It's
So
very
I went
inflamed.
through the majority of high school with shin splints for doing track, and so you have to tape them up
Yeah.
with tape, and you just, all the way from like almost your knee down to your ankles. So it is a hard thing to live with. It is a horrible pain that there is really no cure for or anything for. So I feel for anybody who lives with shin splints,
I cured mine.
especially if you have to
I
dance.
took off my shoes.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you can't. Like I said, I got mine for track.
Yeah.
That's not something
That's
that
when
you
I
can
got
take your
mine
shoes
too.
off
That's
for.
when mine started.
And I don't do. I haven't had them in a long time. But I try not to run or do a lot of stuff on cement because I know how that shit feels. It is not the
It
business.
sucks. I have a theory on
No.
that, and I think it's the fact that you have your spikes,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
you have been running a certain way your entire life, and then all of a sudden you're in track and they change your running to being on these spikes, and I think that has an effect on your shins. Or on some people.
I'm gonna say that's a no for me because I started running with spikes in first grade.
There you go.
Like I started from the beginning running with spikes, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it or not, but
You're talking cleats,
it
right?
just sucks.
Well, in track, they're spikes. So it's like
They're spikes.
they're small, like very, very light shoes that have
Very
virtually
light.
no heel, and they have spikes on the
Yep.
forefoot.
Oh, I
Yep.
got you.
And you got to replace
So you can
them.
dig through
You
that
got-
dirt.
You got your training spikes, and then you
Yep.
got your running game
And
day
your-
spikes.
Yep. Track meet spikes. I would keep those ones separate because they were nice and clean and sharp,
Uh-huh.
so I can eat through that dirt. But then I had these big ass practice ones that I never gave a shit about.
Uh-huh.
And,
You whittle
you know,
those ones
when you
down.
walk, you whittle them down.
It looks
you
like
walk
the
at
hammer
track-
in Shawshank by the time the end of the season.
Yeah, and walk. You have to walk on cement on your heels so
Uh-huh.
you don't ruin. It's a lot of shit, but yeah, a lot of shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't put on your
My
spikes
track
in
days.
the locker room.
no, put them out on the field.
But
I got a fun fact.
give me that fun
Okay.
fact.
So, do you want to know who was originally up to play Tony?
Who? Oh, we know. Russ Tamblyn.
I'm gonna say before them, probably
No.
Elvis Presley.
No.
He was up for the role of Tony, but he passed on it because
He can't
he
act?
would only be. He can't act. Plus, he would only be. He'd only be able to sing 6 out of the 12 songs in the movie, and he would not get exclusive rights to the songs. So he was like, "There's no reason for me to do this," which I'm glad they didn't because he's not a good actor,
No.
and I don't see him changing the way that he sings it, and it would have sounded like Elvis.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have sounded like
It would have
Elvis.
sounded like Elvis.
He did date Natalie.
So
Did he?
he did date her. She dated a lot of people.
Yeah.
She's been famous
Yeah.
forever.
Oh, that reminds me. You know how you were talking about the scene with Rita Moreno where she is almost being raped by the Jets?
Yeah.
And when she walks out? So when she
I
walks
love
out
that
and they reach
speech.
for her and she's like, "Don't you touch me."
Don't you touch me.
So it tur-
If you were bleeding in the streets, I would not help you.
I
like
would
she's
walk
a doctor
by
and shit.
and spit on you.
And spit on you.
So
And
when
she
she
just-
does that, "Don't you touch me" line, she is impersonating her then boyfriend Marlon Brando. And he noticed it when he saw the movie.
Not only is she gorgeous and talented, but she dated the most talented actor of all time, the most womanizing, who would have like 50-something kids.
Yep.
This guy has he has a cajillion kids.
Yeah.
I don't know how many fucking
Got a
kids.
lot of fucking kids.
But he's in double-digit kids. A lot double-digit kids. That's awesome. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
He liked
I would date her too.
Polynesian.
She's gorgeous.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, he did like ethnic women. I did know
Yes.
that.
Yes, he did. So, yes, it's getting to be that time of the hour. Time to talk about.
For me to make another drink?
Yeah, that too. I don't know if you're gonna have time to finish it. We're almost done over here. We gotta talk about Miss Natalie Wood, who, like you said, is Russian. However, in this, she is playing Maria.
Maria. She just changed her makeup to make her look darker to play a Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
So
And I found out earlier today, according to George, that she got a 20-inch waist. What the hell?
something like that.
Oh, George.
Natalie
I don't know. I heard him say that earlier.
Nat- Natalie Wood
Tiny.
was. She has been famous
Mm-hmm.
since she was a little girl.
Yes.
Her first big thing was Miracle on 34th Street,
Yeah.
the original black and white one. That I don't feel like I see enough during Christmas time, but
She was
it's
Yeah,
still
they don't
you
play
know,
it too
okay.
often anymore.
They don't play it as much as they should. So I feel like when you are a person that has been in the limelight your entire life, you're going to have image problems like Michael Jackson.
Oh, for sure.
Where, you feel you're going to have image problems. So for her to have such a tiny waist was only because by the time she did Rebel Without a Cause, she was the biggest
Yes.
teenage star of that time.
over Shirley Temple.
Yeah.
She
Mm-hmm.
transitioned. She was one of the few that transitioned from child to adult. And,
Yeah.
and really made it.
It really
Oh,
did
she
it, and not
really
just
made
like, oh, she had one or two. Like,
No, no.
like you said, Shirley Temple. She transgrowed into being a
She had
adult
she only had a couple
star.
of movies, and they weren't big like Natalie Wood. Yeah, you know, Splendor
Well,
in the Grass. Come on, Rebel
Bobby
Without a Cause.
Sockers. I love Bobby Sockers for Shirley Temple. By the way, I'm just gonna throw that out there. It's a great movie.
Well, come on, Cary Grant. That's my love.
Cary Grant. Oh my God, yes. Okay, so
That's another show.
Yeah, my mom's got
That's
two
another
loves
show.
of her life.
Cary
Paul
Grant.
McCartney and Cary Grant.
That's right.
I did not know Cary Grant was your
Oh, my
boo.
first.
He's up there.
Yeah.
I thought he was gay. Is that something that you?
I've heard, but you know they.
We
say
choose not
about
to
all
believe
of us.
that.
Because she's loved him for too long. She's like, I don't want to believe
I
it.
don't know. He had four.
He's
how
loved
many
me.
wives? Four. Ended up with Diane
That's-
Cannon.
Nah,
That don't mean nothing.
No, I know. But
it's true.
Elton John had a wife.
well, he had every actress, and come on,
Yeah.
Grace Kelly.
Rock Hudson had a wife.
That one was staged. That one I did know. Was
Oh,
staged.
was it?
Have you checked out Hollywood yet?
I will.
Alright.
I had 2 weeks in a row of editing. If you don't give me no motherfucking break,
Who chose the movies?
I did. But
I don't
that
feel
took up
bad
a lot
for
of
you. I
time.
gotta do 2 weeks in a row right now.
I know. So those 2 weeks
now you
is
get
me
2 weeks
catching up
off.
on Hollywood. Yeah, I get to do my Hollywood.
Watch your movies.
I'm gonna watch my
Go
movies.
watch your
I'm
stories.
excited.
I'm watching my stories, man. Is that what you get paid to do?
When he crashes, it sure
That's
does.
exactly what I get paid to do.
To do man. Yes. Natalie Wood is amazing.
Inside Daisy Clover. That's the one I was trying to remember. Inside Daisy Clover. With Robert Redford
Found it. It was right back here.
Ooh.
and Ruth Gordon.
My boo. And Liz Gordon. Okay.
You know Ruth Gordon?
Oh yeah. I'm ready for
You remember Ruth
some
Gordon?
older movies. I'm ready for some older movies
She
in
doesn't know
our
Ruth Gordon is.
repertoire. I'm sorry, what do you say? I do. Isn't she from
Well, she does. I don't.
Okay,
she's sing
there's a movie with Clint Eastwood, with the ape.
Oh yeah.
She's the one in that movie.
in what movie?
Where he straight up
Remember
punches the
name?
ape.
Yes.
An ape?
Yeah, his best friend in the movie is an ape.
With Clint Eastwood. See?
I'm not a
I don't remember the name of it.
I don't remember that. I am not a Clint
Okay,
Eastwood
well,
fan.
I thought you might remember that movie because I don't remember any other.
It's a
movie to
famous
tell you
movie. I
that
just don't
she's
remember
in.
the name of it.
She's Harold and Maude. I'm gonna go back. Do you know Harold and Maude?
Yes!
Is she
Okay,
Maude?
I
that's
do
Ruth
know her.
Gordon.
She's
Maud?
she's Maud.
Yes, she's Maude.
Oh shit.
Oh!
I met Harold.
Yeah, she's in Harold and Maude. I love that
I
movie.
love that
Love it, love it,
movie.
love it, love it.
Yes.
She's also
That's a
that means
dark
she's
movie.
also in she's in Rosemary's Baby. She plays the neighbor
Okay, well, I
that be
didn't
giving
see
her like the
Rosemary's
gross.
Baby. I'm sorry.
Yeah, she gives Rosemary all these weird things to drink to like help grow her demon baby.
Okay, we'll see.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't watch it.
Harold and Maude, one of my faves.
Nope.
Okay.
Dude, I'll give you a Hollywood close encounter. I met the guy that
Give it
played
to-
Harold in Harold and Maude. Like my
Bud
first
Cort?
week, yes. Bud Cort. I met him my first week of living in Los Angeles at God Awful Home Depot. I told him I came out here to be an actor, and he straight up prayed with me in front of fucking Home Depot.
That's awesome.
You told me about
He,
this.
You
he
told me about
prayed
that, but
to
you didn't tell me.
Pelicula, the goddess of
The goddess of theater, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember what the hell he said, but he stood straight up, like, held my hand and did a little prayer. I was like, thank you. I guess I gotta go watch Harold and Maude now since I've never seen it.
I love that fucking movie.
I've never
it's
seen
so
it.
Oh, God, I
good.
love that movie. Saw it at
It's
the
such a
drive-in.
good movie.
Saw it at the
Such a good
drive-in.
movie. Oh.
Hey, those are coming back.
I saw it on
Yes, they
Netflix.
Quarantine is bringing back drive-ins.
Yes, they are.
We do have a couple here in Riverside.
I know,
We got
I'm
two,
jealous.
Yeah.
and they do be bumping.
I'm
so,
jealous.
You know, they be getting their shit done.
God damn it. Why is there no... closest one we got is like the City of Industry or some shit like that. It's far.
Yeah.
It's like closer into like it's in between like Long Beach and Anaheim. So
That'd be right.
Natalie Wood. Let's get back to the star of this show.
Yeah, let's do
Okay,
that.
so
They I talked to our niece, your granddaughter Karina, and she was like, I told her that Natalie Wood did not do her own singing in this movie, and she asked why would they even cast her for this movie if they were gonna like have her sing. And I told her because
That's how they did it
she
back
was
then.
one of the biggest stars at that time. That's like
she
having
fit the part.
The real question
She-
is, why do
I
they
mean, for a white
still
person,
cast
yes.
actresses now who are the biggest stars that can't sing and not dub their voices?
we discussed this last week.
Okay.
If you can't sing, you can't be in a musical. I don't want to hear it.
Beauty and the
Because
Beast
that's
was ruined.
One thing. There were some parts that were good, but there was a lot of parts that were not, and that's all I have to say about that. Natalie Wood. So she is an actor that started from as a child
One of my
to
favorites.
adult.
Mhm.
She was married to what's her husband? What was her husband's
Wagner.
name?
She married him twice.
Twice?
Robert
Wagner.
Ragnar. She married him twice. She divorced him. She got married again. She had a baby.
Yeah.
Then she divorced that dude. Then she married this motherfucker again. Now the only reason I have some like hate towards him because I believe he
You
killed
think
her.
he did it?
I think he did it. And that's just me. I got no evidence.
Mom, you were there. What's
And-
the story?
you were not in Catalina.
She wasn't at Catalina, but I know she was
Actually,
watching
I was-
the news.
I was in
I know
El
she was
Paso when
following the
this
story.
You know what's
Mhm.
weird? I was in El Paso when she died. I do remember. I was at my Theo Chavi's house.
So talk to me.
Dang.
What do you remember
Tell us.
on the day
Tell us.
the world stopped
It's like
turning?
Michael Jackson dying. Yeah,
Oh,
let's hear it.
dude, when Mike died, I was under my truck or under my Honda Civic at the time, and I got up out of the underneath my car the way that Bob gets out underneath his car in La
You
Bamba.
La Bamba did.
And my
You
friend
La Bamba
Teresa
did.
was inside the house, and she's like, "Did you just hear what happened on the radio?" I was like, "Are you sure they said
Not
Michael?"
my Richie! Not my Richie! For real.
That's how I felt about Natalie, babe.
Oh.
She was my favorite. I mean, come on, I grew up with her.
So
Yeah. from
when
her
this
going
happened,
34th
like,
Street.
what was the news saying?
You know,
Here we go.
We're gonna interview right now.
I still don't care for Christopher Walken. I don't. It just. All I know is he was on that boat, and I'm not comfortable.
He knows
with that.
something.
I'm not.
He
comfortable
knows
with
something.
it.
He knows something.
I still haven't watched her last movie with him. I don't want to watch that movie.
With Walken?
Yeah, they were making.
You are.
They were making him. They made that last movie together, the Outer Space or whatever it was. I don't remember. I didn't want to watch it. That's when she passed
You are-
away.
Ah, I see.
You are literally the reason why I am suspicious of him. Because you always like, I don't trust Christopher Walken. And I'm like, you're right.
Well,
He was on that motherfucking
He
boat.
was on the boat.
He was in the boat.
He was on the boat.
Yeah, there was.
So I'm pretty sure I
Okay,
talked about
Natalie
this
Wood,
in.
for one thing, was always afraid of drowning. I don't know if you know about this, but
No.
I do.
her mother.
When she was a
when
child.
she was a child, her mother went to a fortune teller, and
Yep.
and the fortune teller told her, she had 2 daughters, that one of her daughters was going to drown.
Damn.
She told her.
so now,
she told her
so
she was going to
a
drown
child.
in dark water.
Yeah, she
That
thought
is what she
was
told
gonna
her.
drown. And so she was always
so-
afraid. She didn't know how to swim. And it's suspicious to me that she would be out there in a little dinghy.
That's what I'm saying.
And I
So
thought-
as a child, she was told
Yeah.
that, and even when it became to parts of her doing in movies where she
Yeah.
had to be in water,
That's right.
she had issues with
She
it.
did.
She would panic. She would, be hysterical, and they would have to like cut away because she couldn't do it because she had always been afraid of water. So cut to the 80s, and she's on a yacht with her husband and Christopher Walken and a captain of the boat.
Captain of the boat.
And now
That's it.
Yeah.
the captain of the boat is the one who said that her husband did it. He came out later and told her sister like he wouldn't let us go find her. He would kept he made excuses for things, and he wouldn't even go identify his wife's body. Like it's a lot of things. Obviously, there is no evidence on my end that I can point to saying whatever. It's just how I feel. But there is something because the case has been reopened.
Yeah.
In the past couple years,
Yeah.
because shit ain't right. She did not go out on a dinghy by herself in the middle of the night with no clothes on by herself when she's scared of water.
Wait a minute.
Because I'm a person.
She didn't have no
Yeah.
clothes on when they found her?
She's in her nightgown or something.
She's in her pajamas. Yeah,
Pajamas.
she was in her pajamas. So she was in a nightgown, not dressed to be on a dinghy to go to shore, obviously.
Yeah.
And me being a person who is a big fan of water, I love water. I'm a mermaid.
You and me
I
both.
would not get on. Yeah, I would not get on a dinghy by myself in the middle of the night to go to shore.
Hell no.
And that's me. And I'm a fearless person. Someone who's scared of water would definitely not do it. So
It's
There's
like I
some
say,
iffies
for
on
me,
her death.
No, I know. I mean, I know he loved her. They had a
something. They had something.
What's love got to
something.
do with it?
they had something for twice.
Nothing.
Got to do with it.
Just don't know.
All right, well, I'm out.
You
I'm
out?
out.
Okay. Get ready. I got a couple more.
I know you do.
MJ, Michael Jackson. He based his Beat It video off of West Side Story.
What?
How?
Beat
fight.
it, beat it.
Between the...
Gangs fighting,
Yeah.
dance fighting to each other was inspired by,
West Side,
West
Story.
Side Story.
I like that. I could see that.
Okay.
yeah,
There's also a
I
lot
like
of
that.
red in it.
Michael's all full of red.
I love red. That's my favorite color.
So this movie ran in Paris, France for 249 weeks,
Damn.
Wow.
making it the longest running movie in France
That's damn near 5
of
years.
all time. 249
That's like
weeks.
4 years
That's
and like 10 months.
how many weeks are in a year?
52.
Yeah.
Fuck! Yeah. Yeah, so it was on constant, which is a huge deal for back in this time because they didn't have on demand, they didn't have DVDs, they didn't even have VHSs to rent
You
and
had to
watch
sit
these
through
No,
films
you
at
had,
their
you
real.
had to go to...
We had to sit through the commercials. Okay?
Yeah, there was no
We
fast
had to
forward.
wait
But
for
that's...
the
You knew you
movie
had
of the week.
90 seconds. That was when you made a sandwich.
That's true.
That's when you went
the
pee.
shooting.
You ran back. Don't miss shit because
Yep.
you can't rewind it.
Now we have pause.
You hope that that's when the phone call is supposed to come in so that I can answer it real quick and hang it up.
has the goal to call on 8 p.m. on a Tuesday night?
Don't they know I'm watching West Side Story? What the fuck?
Hello.
So the shooting of this movie took 6 months for them to shoot this movie. It took 7 months for them to edit the sound mixing and the
That's why they
picture
did such a
of
good
this
job.
movie. They took their time.
Yeah.
It took longer to edit than it took them to film this movie.
That's Jerome.
Yeah, editing does
Yeah.
take longer.
Oh yeah.
There is a million facts in this movie. I know I've forgotten so many.
Countless. We can't get to
But-
everything.
I wanted to keep it short and sweet, and that's all I got. I'm done on my facts.
That's fine. We've already gone longer than the run of the movie itself.
We had to start over. That fucked
Oh,
us
yeah,
up a
that
little
too.
bit.
Somebody's mic wasn't on.
Oh.
So yeah, that's all I got for West Side Story. There's so many more. Like I said, I tried my best, but I would have been here for hours and hours and hours giving you all this shit. So, are you guys ready though?
Jason would have cut it all.
Yeah, cut it. Cut what sucks. Okay, so are you guys ready?
Yes, give it to me.
Ready.
It's time for
Z for the
people.
This is it.
Yes, Alright. So, it's week 1,000,000 of quarantine,
Yes, it
and
is.
of course, it's going to be the same thing as it is because we have people all over the world, especially here in America, who are unemployed, have no money, and have no resources to get food. So,
Unemployed,
please
but
find a
without
way
money.
to feed them. I'm so happy for you
Dude.
because there's so many people out there who don't, or at least not enough money to pay bills and food for themselves.
For sure.
So if you have an extra dollar, if you have an extra $25, if you have an extra $1,000, go ahead and donate it to Food for America, because every dollar goes to making one meal for a person. So not last week, the week before that, I donated $25 and made 100 meals for somebody. This thing is, it'll help people out because the worst thing that can happen to someone is they starve. And we shouldn't do that in a world like America here, where we have enough money and resources to feed people. So that is going to continue to be my Z for the people. Find a way to help somebody that you don't know.
Until further notice, y'all.
Until further notice, until everybody is fed, everybody's back to work. Zenobia can go to the beach. Zenobia can go to the bar because I am dying stuck in this fucking house. Ain't my
I'm
shit.
sorry.
I want to be there with you guys right now. That's what I
I
want.
get it.
I wanted to drive an hour and a half and sit in traffic to come see you.
Ain't no traffic
It
right
seems
now.
like a good idea. It is not that much traffic right now. That is true. This is true.
Mom says she
But,
got here in 35 minutes.
Oh shit! Okay. So
And George was
find a way to
driving.
make. So find a way to make some masks. Help out your UPS or postal worker. Give them some sanitizer, some toilet paper, some food.
I've been checking in on
something.
my Amazon people or my UPS
Check in on
guys,
them.
seeing if they need. I offer them water and coffee. I almost offered my
Because-
dude a orange the other day, but it was half peeled. I didn't want to give him germs.
Yeah, so all these things, help them out because I don't know about you guys, but they're delivering my goods. I ordered 6 glass bottles last week so that I can put my Grand Marnier in it once I'm done making it.
There you go.
And an awesome UPS driver dropped it off. Thank you. Thank you. Because you're making my time being stuck in quarantine just that little better, and I want to be able to do something for you. So make them cookies, let them use your bathroom, give them water, tell them thank you. The very least you can do. Anything to help out your postal workers and your UPS and FedEx drivers because they're out there literally keeping us going.
And don't give me this, they're too sneaky and they leave before you see them, people. I know when my UPS man is arriving.
Most of you guys have Ring doorbells. Quit playing. You see when they coming.
I got an app on my phone. Your Amazon
And you-
package is 4 stops away. That means it's going to be there in 5 minutes.
I was not sure, and today I looked at my phone. I was like, I feel like my bottle should be coming in sometime soon. And I look and they were like, he's one stop away from you. And I was like, oh my God, he's down the street. I was so excited. Like, I ran downstairs to go get it. Like, yay! My stuff!
It's like presents
yeah.
arriving in the mail.
Yeah, it's my little bit of happiness that I get every couple days after I order something. I'm like, I need new shorts, flip-flops. I need a new car charger. Like, I'm just ordering everything that I could possibly. So just be nice to people. Just be nice. That's actually a good
There you go.
Z for the people.
There's the Z for the
Be
people.
nice.
Be nice.
Help somebody else.
Motherfuckers.
Just be nice. Don't yell at people because they're Asian and they don't have a mask on. They didn't bring the coronavirus over here, bitch.
That shit.
No.
You know, that's their health. Wear your mask, be happy, go on with your life. All right, and that's my Z for the people. Yes, All right, so I'm done. I'm drunk. I'm scared to get up.
Yeah.
Because I've had about 4 of these.
Oh, we're so gonna
They're going
fuck
down
up this scene.
Yeah.
I knew we should have done.
Yeah, we-
See, we did the scene earlier, people, but Jason fucked up and didn't have all the microphones on, so we got to redo it right now, and it's not gonna go so good. But
For
we'll
you?
see. For all of us.
Okay. So
I don't know. My mom's got the
follow
most
us.
You
lines.
got it.
Okay, before we start this, follow us, you guys. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We on there. Please tell your friends who like to drink, who like to watch movies, to watch us, to drink with us. Please do look us up on iTunes, Spotify, Podbean.
Whatever you're listening to right now.
Whatever you're listening to right now, tell them to download that app and to listen to it.
There you go.
We do see people out there who are listening to us because they're quarantined. I see you, and I appreciate you. Thank you. That's all I got.
All right.
I'm drunk. Let's do this.
Ready when you are. Sort of. Hold on, let me wet my whistle.
Yeah, let me get my... Oh, you're drinking water? Pussy! I'm just joking.
I'm out. My West Side cocktail
You
is
are-
gone.
It was really good,
It
right?
was.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's gone.
She's just sucking on the mint leaves at this point.
I just want to say that I love you, Mom. I love you, Jason. I'm so happy that we got to do this show finally together, the 3 of us.
We've been waiting for this for a long time.
For so long. You have to come back so that we can do it like
Together.
in person. So I can make you the cocktail.
Yes.
Yeah, I spilled the first one.
It's okay. It's okay. You're learning. You're learning.
No,
You
I
see
was
how long it
rushing.
took-
I was going from the bedroom to the kitchen like this. And it was just like, it popped, technically. The shaker popped and went, luckily, in the kitchen and not in the dining room.
I miss making you drinks, brother. I truly do.
I know. I don't get nearly
I don't
as
want
drunk without you.
I know. I constantly just poured in his cup for him.
I know. I
Okay. Okay, so let's do this to it. Okay, you ready?
All right, let's go.
I can't write the show for Moulin Rouge
Why not?
because I don't think I'm a truly bohemian. Oh, shit, what was it? Revolutionary. Damn it.
Take 2.
Dang it. Take 2. I thought I was gonna get it on the first take too.
You were close.
I was like, revolutionary. Okay. Revolutionary. Okay. I can't write the show for Moulin Rouge.
Take it back. You got this.
The show for... I'm drunk. I'm sorry. I can't write the show for Moulin Rouge
Why not?
because I don't feel like I'm truly a bohemian revolutionary.
Do you believe in beauty?
Yes, of course.
Freedom?
Yes.
Truth?
Yes.
Love.
Love. Love. I believe in love absolutely. Love is like oxygen.
Couldn't even,
Oxygen.
Back to
What the fuck's
one.
ox-
What's
Yeah.
oxylin?
What's oxylin?
We don't be taking that oxylin in this house.
I couldn't even get love out.
I know, I heard
What
that.
happened to my voice? It didn't come out.
You forgot.
What's oxygen? That's so funny. I'm sorry. That was really
Not
funny.
as easy as it looks, is it?
Huh. Judging a bitch sucks when you're drunk and try to do this. It's extremely hard. You only had one word. One word. Okay.
Yeah, but it wasn't drunk. I was my voice didn't work.
Yeah, you gotta. That we call that your instrument.
Yeah, your instrument. You gotta warm it up. Okay, you did.
Did.
Okay. Here we go. You ready?
Mhm.
I can't write the show for Moulin Rouge
Why not?
because I don't truly feel like a bohemian revolutionary.
Do you believe in beauty,
Yes.
freedom,
Yes.
truth?
Yes.
Love.
Love? I absolutely believe in love. Love is like oxygen.
Oh, you had it.
I did. To my end, it sounded like oxygen. It's like oxygen. 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 I should. Hold on. Let me put this down.
Don't drink that.
I'm done. I'm done. Oxygen.
Oxygen.
Okay. Oxygen.
It's like
I'm
oxy
just gonna
and
go.
gin.
I feel like I'm on gin. Yes. hmm
Ox. Remember.
Okay.
Babe.
Okay. This is it. I'm done. I'm sorry. This is it. This is the last one.
Jamal.
I can't write the show for Moulin Rouge
Why not?
because I don't truly feel like a bohemian revolutionary.
Do you believe in beauty,
Yes, of course.
freedom,
Yes.
truth?
Yes.
Love.
Love? I absolutely believe in love. Love is like oxygen. Love lifts you up where you belong. All you need is love.
So you can't fool us. You're the voice of the children of the revolution.
Oh, yes, you did. I love it.
Great.
That was
Ashley
good.
woke up for that part.
Oh, did she sleep on the table?
Couch.
All right, you guys, we did it.
All right, good job. Under 3
We
hours.
made it.
All right, you guys, that is
Yeah.
our show. Thank you so much for sticking with us.
Thank you.
Mom, thank you for
Yes.
visiting. I love you so much.
Thank you,
for
Mama.
having
I
me
miss you.
finally.
Zenobia, please get over here soon. Go get tested so you can come over next week.
That's my goal for this week, so we'll see how this goes.
All right. Then we're out, people, and we encourage you all to get tested. It's good to know
Go
where you
kiss my
stand.
girls.
They're asleep, but yes, I
We'll
will.
kiss them babies. We will see you guys next week on Lights, Camera, Cocktails.
Cocktails! Maria! I just met a girl named Maria, and suddenly I find that I'm really drunk tonight.